Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling weather with Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
No question, the summertime weather pattern has broken. Mostly sunny skies on this Friday afternoon. Nice 82, comfortable humidity levels. Tonight, clear skies, evening temperatures upper 70s, 62 for the overnight low. On to the weekend. Saturday, partly sunny and 85. Saturday night, partly cloudy, 67. And Sunday, partly sunny, 88. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
It's happening right here, right now.
A source says the FBI agents brought a safe cracker to get into what's described as a relatively new safe.
This is improper and it is misconduct, and we have to find out what the facts are.
They were not being judicious about what they took.
These people are committed to doing whatever it takes, including destroying the Constitution, in order to retain power. And that's going to be a major issue between now and the election this fall.
This is 97.1 FM Talk.
Jewels on Hampton in St. Louis Hills is paying some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, semi-precious colored stones, and fine watches on site. Jewels on Hampton is a premier jeweler with an exquisite selection of diamonds, semi-precious stone jewelry, and vintage watches. Their expert design team can restyle your jewelry to today's contemporary style. They also do jewelry and watch repair. Need extra cash? Jewels on Hampton is paying some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, semi-precious colored stones, and fine watches. Bring in your collectibles and clocks, sports memorabilia, and figurines too. Jewels on Hampton, 4506 Hampton, just 3 blocks south of Chippewa. Call them at 314-752-5000. Jewels on Hampton.
This advertisement is paid for by Lacuna Ventures, LLC. For terms and conditions, visit yourrights.legal. Attention! If you or someone you know spent time at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina prior to 1988 and developed serious health conditions such as non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, lung cancer, bladder, breast, or kidney cancer, you may be eligible for significant financial compensation. Call Camp Lejeune victims to discuss your case now at 800-813-9968. Leaking underground tanks contaminated the drinking water with benzene and other highly carcinogenic chemicals, up to 280 times acceptable levels. Marines, their families, contractors, or employees who spent at least 30 days at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune prior to 1988 and developed a serious health condition, called to determine your eligibility for financial compensation. If you don't win, you pay nothing. It's critical to take action and call now. 800-813-9968. That's 800-813-9968. Again, 800-813-9968.
Would you like a cleaning product that can be used in the garage, the laundry, and the kitchen, and save space in your cabinet? Hi, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green. To learn more, visit us at simplegreen.com.
Hi, I'm Mandy Moore. Stand Up to Cancer is closer than ever before to achieving its mission to make every cancer patient into a long-term survivor. To learn more and get Advantage miles, go to standuptocancer.org/American Heroes.
With Odyssey music stations, there's a different station for every taste, and they're all free. Listen to 97.1 live on your phone or browse the selection of music stations and make a soundtrack to your workday. It's all at Odyssey.com.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what you're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Call it the wrap-up smear. If you want to talk politics, call it the wrap-up smear. You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, and they'll say, see, it's reported in the press that this, and this. So they have that validation that the press reported the smear, and then it's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made. And it's a tactic, and it's self-evident.
So Nancy Pelosi, I think this was in 2017 when she said that. That made news when she said it. Is it relevant 5 years later? You're darn right it is. It's strange when they just tell you exactly what they're doing. So pay attention when they speak, because you might learn something. They might be a little too truthful. Welcome to the Annie Frey Show. Happy Friday. And invite everybody to come join us on the live chat today for two reasons. One is a YouTube live chat poll, which I'll tell you about here in a second. And the second is it's Brad's birthday. And Friday is Brad's day in the associate producer booth, which is a very liberal way of explaining where he's sitting and what he's doing. But Hannah and Brad switch on Fridays, and Hannah's in here, and then Brad's going to be in here throughout the show. But it is Brad's birthday. He is monitoring the live chat today. So if you'd like to give Brad a happy birthday cheer and greeting, please go to the YouTube live chat and say happy birthday to Brad. The YouTube live chat poll, it's very simple today. Trump 2024, yes or no? And
I can't wait to read comments on that.
And the comments, Hannah, are going to come in like, but what about a third option?
Oh, for sure they will.
And I'm going to say yes or no. It's my poll. You can comment and explain. If you yesterday I did basically the whole show on how there's a gray area and everything, except this poll. Yes or no? Weigh in on the Annie Frey YouTube live chat poll. Would love to have you. Nancy Pelosi's talking about the wrap-up smear. Hannah, have you ever heard that explained before? Have you ever heard that clip?
I have not.
So what she's saying is you put some accusations out there, you get people chittering and chattering about it, and then her word, you merchandise it. You create something that you can sell to the American public based on the chatter. Forget about truth, facts, evidence. None of that matters. As long as you can get a smear, because if somebody smears you, it's true that it's a accusation that is made that is false. So I was going to say it's true to say that a smear is a false accusation of somebody that is being publicly disseminated, whether it be in the middle school locker room or in the halls of Congress. So Nancy Pelosi explained, she says it this way multiple times. It's a political tactic. Like, oh, you want to talk about this? It's a political tactic, which means that if you're in the political world, you're going to hear someone say, what about a wrap-up smear? And people who are in the political world are going to know what that means. That was 2017. I don't think the wrap-up smear was invented in 2017. It's probably as old as politics. But the wrap-up smear is exactly what has happened to Trump over and over again.
So she's saying that she wants to make a profit off of lying openly.
She's making a profit. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, essentially.
So she's glamorizing lying.
And this was in the context when she said this was in the context of her saying it was what something was being done to her, to the Democrats. So she was explaining this is what the Republicans are doing. Oh, honey.
Oh.
With your fancy ritzy ice cream and your very, very well-timed stock market bets, honey.
A little too coincidental.
Paying attention to how Donald Trump has been reacting to the news of the raid, yesterday's Merrick Garland thing that he did, his little 2-3 minute speech where he came out and he was like, stop making fun of the FBI. We're fantastic. That's just a direct quote. That was actually the sound from the Merrick Garland presser yesterday. And also coming out and saying, did you order the code red? You're gosh darn right I did. That's also not a direct quote, but I know that you were fooled and thought maybe it was.
I don't remember cutting that one.
No, it's just straight from Merrick Garland's mouth. He came out and owned and said, I approved it. So he feels confident for whatever reason to put his name on the top, bottom, left, right of this whole thing. Merrick Garland, the attorney general, was involved from the get, and he's owning it. So the two things we learned yesterday was from that speech specifically was that he was in charge, or he authorized it, and we shouldn't be criticizing the FBI.
When he describes the FBI as patriotic servants, I would agree. But who else are patriotic servants? The IRS agents. And we've been making fun of the IRS since 1862. And the fact is, that is our right to criticize patriots and non-patriots alike. The things we say about lawyers, we've been saying for thousands of years. We've been wishing harm on them. So this idea that we cannot criticize or denigrate anyone for fear that someone else in this country will do something crazy. In 2 words, screw you, because that is a trick to shut you up.
Gutfeld, which I can't encourage you more to watch Gutfeld in the evening. You know,
so much passion.
Yeah, I guess like after 10, you just get to say what you feel on Fox News. Brett Baer was on Gutfeld last night, and it was really funny because Gutfeld's opening monologue, if you've ever seen it, it's very pointed. It does verge on the side of mean from time to time, and I'm like, I'm pushing through it, but it's what he does. It's what everybody else does. And Brett Baer's immediate response after his monologue was, he goes, I love your show. I watch it every night. I'm shocked that people still come on my show after you do what you do on yours. It's pretty funny. If the FBI is not to be criticized because the AG says so, the most American thing I can think of is to double down on the criticizing and to lean in even more to what the FBI has done and will continue to do in the wake of the lack of information that we have right now based on this FBI raid. Donald Trump seems to have completely agreed for the seizure documents to be released. I think he has to, he's put it on Truth Social. It's out there that he's like, yeah, release them, do it. I think there's an official act that needs to take place that is supposed to take place this afternoon. Could be taking place anytime now. Could be taking place on the show, not on the show, but that would be so cool. Brad, can you get on that? Happy birthday. Go get the president. We will see what happens next. And there's the little floating out there right now that the president had like nuclear information in his, what would he be doing with that? I guess that if you think that Donald Trump is the worst person to ever walk the face of the planet, then you probably have some contorted fantasies about what you hope Donald Trump was caught doing with nuclear information. Corinne Jean-Pierre continues to be the gift that keeps on giving. CNN with Corinne Jean-Pierre. She reacted to the criticizing of the FBI. And
our role is, and we have done this when it comes to violence, is condemning it. We are condemning any type of violence for any reason. It is something that should not be happening. I think people have the right, and we think people have the right to peacefully protest. But when it comes to violence of any kind, we will condemn it, including when it's towards the law enforcement. And so that's what we're going to continue to do, is condemn that. The president has done that many times when we've seen violence just across the country.
You know, I can think of about 1 million times where this administration's members and its party have not condemned violence against law enforcement. If you're a man or a woman wearing the blue today, do you feel really backed by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, the one who was literally paying to get people who had been arrested out on bail, like raising money to do that in the midst of the turmoil and chaos of 2020? Give me a break. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I guess unless you own the media and you can get away with saying stupid things like that. At 12:25, we are going to talk to Mike Davis. He's the founder and president of the Article 3 Project. He was on Shannon Bream's Fox News at Night last night talking about the judge that authorized the search of Mar-a-Lago. And Mike Davis is going to be with us here at 12:25. So I'm going to ask him about that, talking about a magistrate judge. What's the difference between a magistrate judge? I've heard people suggest that it should have been thrown up to a higher level. I've heard people say that a magistrate judge is just a local judge. But my understanding is that he actually is also a federal judge. So there's confusion out there. Again, peons like me don't have all the ins and outs and the legal information that comes along with something like this. How does somebody go from we sent a subpoena and the president saying that he was cooperating, and nobody, not that I've read or experienced, has said that the president refused to cooperate or quit cooperating. The allegation that I've heard was that the president was cooperating, that they were able to seize some boxes earlier in the year, and he continued to cooperate. They made modifications on Mar-a-Lago based on requests from the feds, and then somebody tipped off the investigators that there was more information there, and based on the tip, instead of saying, President Trump, we have information that suggests that you have, I don't know, the nuclear codes or something in your home in Mar-a-Lago, and we need to come in and remove those right now, and giving that opportunity, that conversation to take place. The investigators thought, no, this is too serious. We need to come in and do this with the element of surprise while Donald Trump is in New York City. What judge heard all this and says, yeah, you got it? And I'll reiterate, which I've been saying all week, the possibility that Donald Trump had something he wasn't supposed to, there is a possibility that it exists, but it's strange to me that we've been talking about this all week and there's no there yet. If the script was flipped and we were talking about a President DeSantis and a Hillary Clinton, or a President DeSantis and maybe a Kamala Harris who loses the presidential election in maybe 2024, I'm just throwing things out there. And then all of a sudden, DeSantis sends people to surprise Kamala Harris and the second dude in their home and go through her closets. Is everybody on the left as chill and cool about that as they are right now that Melania's wardrobe was gone through? I doubt it. Let's talk to Mike Davis with the Article 3 Project when we come back, and we are going to get to some facts and delineate between what we know, and then we're going to take an exhale, pause, and what we can conclude from that with somebody who's much more experienced at these things than I am, bringing him to you in just about 5 minutes. You're going to stick around for that. A reminder, the YouTube live chat poll today. It's very simple, folks. You go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel. You'll see that we're live right there right now. And in the live chat section, we have a poll, and it is Trump 2024, yes or no? Your vote on that live chat, your comments as well. Hannah will highlight them at 2:45. And Mike Davis on the Annie Frey Show in a minute. Don't go away.
This is the Annie Frey Show. Follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Frey Show. More people are landing on 97.1 FM Talk every day.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's St. Louis's radio destination for information with perspective.
That's the only station I listen to.
97.1 FM Talk, the place for ideas.
Hi, this is Jessica Munganess. Stop by Dave Munganess St. Louis Honda to reserve your new 2022 Honda and never pay a cent over sticker. We also have a great selection of Honda True Used vehicles available on South Lindbergh that come with a comprehensive warranty and even have a 3-day exchange policy if you're not completely satisfied. It's the very best way to buy a pre-owned vehicle. So isn't it time you see the Munganess difference at Dave Munganess St. Louis Honda and our pre-owned centers? DaveMunganess.com since 1965.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-676-5919 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-676-5919. That's 800-676-5919. What do you have to lose? Call 800-676-5919. Again, 800-676-5919.
When you have Rhino Shield on your house, it does a couple of things for you. It beautifies the house and it protects it from the harshest elements. And boy, do we see those here in the greater St. Louis area. You get instant curb appeal. It will stick to anything. Rhino Shield is the answer, no matter whether you're painting a home or a church or a business or a condo, because it's 100% waterproof. It takes care of the outdoor maintenance on whatever is on the outside of your home. The brick, the block, aluminum, steel, stucco. They can put this on with the 2 to 3 coat process. They're there about a week, and they do a great job. A lot of businesses have done it in the area. Several Firestones have done that. Vantage Credit Union over the years, Harlan Packaging down in DeSoto. Call Darren today and schedule your free estimate. 877-25-RHINO, easy to remember phone number, or go online today at 877-25-RHINO.com.
I'm Eric Robert with Stifel. The economy is always changing, but what does it mean for your investments? Join me and fellow Stifel financial advisor Bob Stockdale during On the Money, Saturday mornings from 11 until noon on 97.1 FM Talk. Stifel, member NYSE and SIPC.
Need a break from the sound bites and the talking heads? Do you want information you can actually use? Information that'll change your life for the better? Then listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show.
Listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 2 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
I have not specifically spoken to the president about what nuclear materials may or may not have been in there. I do not believe there were any in there. The legal team had done a very thorough search and had turned over. We've been very cooperative with the Biden administration and the DOJ and turned over everything that we found that we had. So it's my understanding on very good belief based on a thorough investigation that there was nothing there.
So that's Christina Bobb, Trump lawyer, who's talking about what was there, what was taken. And we are joined now by an expert in the field, Mike Davis, founder and president of the Article 3 Project. You can follow them on Twitter at Article 3 Project, online at article3project.org. Mike, thank you so much for coming onto the show with us. We're really honored to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
I was watching you on Shannon Bream last night, and you did a great job keying in on the judge that approved this whole thing in the first place. A lot of us are not legal minds and legal experts like yourself. Can you explain to me in very, easy terms, what was this magistrate judge? Why did they choose to go to this location to get this approved?
Well, he is a federal magistrate judge in the Palm Beach area where Mar-a-Lago is located. So it's not unusual that they would go to the Southern District of Florida to get a search warrant. What is unusual is this is an unprecedented search warrant of a former president. It's never happened before. It was so it's unprecedented. It was unnecessary. President Trump was fully cooperating with the National Archives, and it was also likely unlawful for 2 reasons. Number one, there were other ways that the Justice Department could have gotten these records. They could have notified Congress. They could have filed a civil lawsuit. They could have issued a subpoena. Going straight to the nuclear option, pun intended, of the home raid of a former president is a red line that the Biden Justice Department Attorney General Merrick Garland crossed. And what's also unlawful about this search is under the Constitution, in order to obtain a search warrant, you have to have probable cause, and you have to present that probable cause to a neutral, detached judicial officer. And the problem is that this magistrate judge, Bruce Reinhart, is not neutral and detached. In fact, in 2017, he posted a personal attack on President Trump's integrity on Facebook. He became a magistrate judge in 2018. He was picked by the judges on the Southern District of Florida. That's how magistrate judges are picked. And he actually recused 6 weeks ago from President Trump's lawsuit against Hillary Clinton. So if he's biased and had to recuse 6 weeks ago, how the hell did that bias go away in the last 6 weeks when he signed this unnecessary, unprecedented, and unlawful home raid of President Trump's home in office?
Yeah, I think that you use the phrase, with the pun intended, to go to the nuclear option. You've said here with us here that the Trump folks were fully cooperating. And all that I have gleaned so far is that even in the midst of that full cooperation from the Trump people, that the Garland folks never said, or the Justice Department never said that they weren't actively cooperating. They just got a tip that there might be something else still left at Mar-a-Lago. Is there any evidence? Has anybody come out and said that they were truly not in cooperation to warrant this kind of a search?
Well, I haven't heard that. And remember, this is based upon a news report from senior officials close to the investigation. So they're leaking. The Biden-Garland Justice Department is leaking this grand jury material, which is illegal. But there's also an issue where, remember, there was just a news report out a couple of days ago that Merrick Garland, from a senior Justice Department official, that Merrick Garland did not approve this raid. Well, we now know that's not true. He personally approved the raid, which is expected. He would have. He's the Attorney General, and when you're dealing with high-profile cases, dealing with a former president, the Attorney General would have to sign off on it. So, and as to these so-called classified records, we need to go through some key points here. When President Trump is the president of the United States, he has the inherent constitutional authority as the commander-in-chief, along with statutory authority, to declassify anything he wants. And every president has done this. We saw this in 2012, March of 2012, when President Obama got caught on a hot mic with the Russian president, saying that Obama would have more flexibility after the presidential election in 2012 to deal with Russia. That's highly classified information, right? And that's something that you would not want your enemy to know. And President Obama told our enemy, Russia, that at the time. Well, that's not a violation of the Espionage Act, because he's the president of the United States. He can give away any intelligence he wants. He can declassify any intelligence he wants. And that applies to Trump. When he takes records from the White House, like all former presidents do, and sends it to his home or his library, first of all, he doesn't pack his own boxes. He has staff that does that. But when he does that, it would be declassified by his actions, right? If he's sending classified materials out of the White House, it's declassified by his actions, right? And then going to the point about the nuclear bomb codes or whatever the hell they're alleging, that's just complete nonsense. First, the current president has the nuke codes, and then they're validated by the Secretary of Defense. So there's no way that President Trump's old codes still work, and they would also have to have Biden's current Secretary of Defense authorize an attack or validate an attack if the president authorizes it. So this is just a scare tactic to try to justify the fact that they did this unprecedented, unnecessary, and likely unlawful raid, and they're feeling the blowback in the Biden Justice Department. So now they're trying to say it's like nuclear material, and it's just nonsense. And let me make this last point. Even if President Trump had classified material, which he didn't, because it's declassified by his actions by sending it to Mar-a-Lago, but even if he did, former presidents get federally funded offices. They get staff. They get secure office space called SCIFs. The former president and his staff have security clearances. They have Secret Service protection. There's no allegation that this was going to go into the wrong hands. Now, what I can see happening is maybe President Trump kept some memento, some note with the North Korean leader, or some note with some other foreign leader, a memento, and then the National Archives is claiming that that's a presidential record. Well, even if it is a presidential record, that's dealt with through civil litigation. You don't send in a brigade of 30 FBI agents and do a home raid to get back a presidential record. That's just over the top. third world banana republic tactics.
Yeah, I completely agree with the tactic question that a lot of people have right now and that you're highlighting. Speaking with Mike Davis, the founder and president of the Article 3 Project. Find him online at article3project.org. You know, you said there that he has the constitutional authority to declassify these documents as the president of the United States. Is that by writ or by action? You've kind of said that if he takes them, they've been declassified. Is it that simple, or does it have to be written on paper and signed or something?
Well, under the statute, there's a statute that says that the president has to go through steps. But remember, the bureaucrats work for the president. The president doesn't work for the bureaucrats. And there is a Supreme Court case from 1987 dealing with the Department of the Navy that's very, very clear. The language is very clear. The Supreme Court held rightly that the president has inherent constitutional authority under the Commander-in-Chief Clause in the Constitution to classify and declassify anything he wants. And Congress cannot take that away from him based upon a statute, right? So these statutes would apply to the vice president. They would apply to all the staff, everyone else but the president. And the statute would also apply to the former president. But the statute does not curtail the president's constitutional authority to classify or declassify any record, any information, any way he wants. And when President Trump left the White House, he's still the president. When he sent those documents out of the White House, he's still the president. He has the constitutional authority to declassify anything he wants. Now, remember, even if he did declassify the nuke launch codes, right? He could still do that. But then Congress could step in and impeach him, right? If he does something that violates the American public trust or hurts the national security interest, there is a recourse. It's called impeachment. But the president can declassify anything he wants, and he is not subject to the Espionage Act for declassifying anything. No president is. There's no
parameter behind what he can and cannot classify.
He has the ability to classify and declassify comes solely from the president's commander-in-chief constitutional authority and nowhere else. The statutes are for people besides the president. Those are for the president's senior advisors, his cabinet secretaries, his vice president, his staff. Anyone else who deals with classified material is subject to the Espionage Act and other statutes that deal with classified materials. The president is not.
Mike Davis with us right now with the Article 3 Project. I want to ask you one more question here, and you can kind of take this wherever you think is necessary. But we know that what Merrick Garland said yesterday about releasing documents. Donald Trump has come out and said he called the search un-American, unwarranted, and unnecessary, but he encourages the unsealing of the warrant. We're going back and forth about release the docs. What is to be released, and what will America potentially know that they didn't know before they were, in fact, released to the public?
Well, here's the key. It needs to be the warrant, the inventory of items that they seized, along with the most important thing, which is the affidavit or affidavits from the law enforcement agents that established the probable cause for Magistrate Judge Bruce Reinhart to improperly order this home raid. Improperly, again, because he was biased under the statute and under the judicial canons for an appearance of conflict or actual conflict. And then he also, you're also going to see when these affidavits come out that doing this home raid was unnecessary. There were other steps that the government could have taken, and the Attorney General Merrick Garland is going to have a hard time explaining his comments yesterday, where he said that this was essentially the last resort. This is all they could do to go get this. I'm telling you, unless there was a dying person in Mar-a-Lago, there was no justification for someone to send in 30 FBI agents to raid a former president of the United States.
We appreciate your time today. We're going to continue to follow the Article 3 Project's coverage of this, and we're going to, I guess, wait with bated breath to find out what happens later on today. Mike Davis, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Article3project.org is the website. Go give it a check and see what you think. Interesting information, and if you want to see him, he was on with Shannon Bream and two other panelists last night who were discussing this issue, and there are a lot of questions. Again, repeating what I said yesterday, going to continue to repeat it until it's no longer worthy of repeating, but we have a lot of questions and not a lot of answers, not a lot of information out there. And you can kind of sit and twiddle your thumbs while you wait for that information to come out, or you can do what most people do and freak out about it because you've got a predetermined opinion for or against Donald Trump, and you feel like you kind of know how this story ends. That's kind of where we've been for the last probably 4+ years, maybe 6 years or so. And it's very, very tiring. It's very exhausting. What is real? What was the motivation behind this? Is it possible that there's some sort of very criminal behavior that's going to be uncovered here? It's in the realm of possibility. I'm willing to wait and see what ends up happening, but I've seen this story play out over and over and over again. And all the other ones, they all ended the same way. So we'll see if this one is going to finish the same. I'm worried that it will. I want you to vote in today's YouTube live chat poll in light of that. Trump 2024, yes or no? Go vote on the Annie Frey YouTube live chat poll. It's right there. Simple. Click yes or no. You can leave a comment if you so choose. We'll highlight some of those at the end of the hour. And in the second half of the show today, we are going to give away Tyrus tickets. He's wrestling at the Chase Park Plaza Sunday, August 28th, and we have a 4-pack of tickets to give away. We've given away a 4-pack all week, and today is no different. So stick around for a little more information and a hint, and I might even give an extra little hint as to when we're going to give away those tickets on the live stream, if you want to go check there. And when we come back, Wiggins America, he's told me he's going to talk about spiders. Why? Well, because he hates me. Yeah. I'm not really happy about it. It does show how much he cares about me and the thing that I hate the most in the world, that he would then go spend 12 minutes talking only about it. He gave me the article, I think, or alluded to the article, and I haven't read it. I might take my headphones off for that. It might just be you guys and Wiggins. Who knows what he's going to say in the next segment?
He just wants you out of the studio, I think, is his end
Yeah, it's
goal.
all part of the plan. This is part of the takeover plan. Get on the live chat, tell Brad happy birthday, and vote in the poll. We'll be right back with Wiggins America. Don't go away.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe. The Mark Reardon Show.
St. Louis boasts the world's largest chess piece. A club in France just built a bigger one. We can't let that stand, Rack.
It's about 6 inches higher than
That's
the chess piece we have. We're going to build one bigger.
Weekdays from 3 to 6 on 97.1 FM Talk.
Mark Cox here with a question for homeowners. Would you sell your current home if you found your dream home? Well, of course you would. That's why you need to call Gloria Liu with your home sold guaranteed realty. Gloria has a program that kind of eliminates the worry of selling your current home and then finding that next home with inventory being as low as it is. Gloria is an expert at finding listed and unlisted homes that match your specific criteria. Just let her know exactly what you're looking for. She'll find that dream home in the neighborhood of your choice. And once Gloria finds a homeowner who may consider a sale, not yet on the market, Gloria's going to inspect that home, set up a private, no obligation showing, and negotiate on your behalf at no charge if you want to make an offer. If your offer is accepted, Gloria will also help you sell your existing home. Learn more now. Call Gloria at 314-325-6888, 314-325-6888, or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
We're all on this planet together, so join Odyssey and find your one thing. Summer items like garden hoses, pool toys, and lawn chairs are not recyclable and best donated to charity. Join Odyssey, and together each of us doing one thing makes a greener tomorrow. What's your one thing?
Honey, it's time to leave for the game. Are you still in the basement? We're going to be late.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to clean up the water from last night's rain. These cracks in the basement walls aren't getting any better.
I told you to call Midwest Basement Tech. They fixed our neighbor's basement and it's been dry ever since. And Midwest Basement Tech even guarantees it.
Don't miss another second of your favorite game because of basement or crawl space problems. Call Midwest Basement Tech at 1-800-848-9805 or visit us on the web at MidwestBasementTech.com for money-saving coupons. You don't have to live with leaks, cracks, and mold in your basement. We work year-round and our estimates are free. Does your home's foundation have bowed or cracked walls? This could be a sign of foundation failure. Call now for a free expert analysis of your home's foundation problems. Serving both sides of the river, Call us at 800-848-9805 for your local service tech or on the web at MidwestBasementTech.com.
At 420ID.com, we make it easy to get your Missouri medical marijuana card. Dispensaries are open and inventory is in, so why wait? 420ID is the only company that provides you with a real plastic ID card and have served over 19,000 happy Missouri patients. Open late every day until 9 p.m. If we can't approve you, you pay nothing at 420ID.com. Today is the day to sign up for your Missouri medical marijuana card at 420ID.com. Use promo code RADIO and save $30 today. That's 420ID.com.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling Studio. Air Comfort Service is hiring licensed journeymen. Don't have a journeyman license? Air Comfort Service will help you get it. Get guaranteed hours year-round and more. Apply online at aircomfortservice.com.
Information to keep you moving. Dependable traffic mornings and afternoons with Sue Thomas. Driven by Ambassador Midwest Floor Company, the best way to deal with in-home traffic. Experience more at Ambassador Midwest Floor. You're listening to the Annie Frey Show.
You don't know where to go to. Why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Perfect type to wear.
You know, Hannah's been picking music for the show for about, 2 months maybe. I think she's the most fun picking your music.
She's doing a good job.
She's doing a fantastic job.
We mentioned it one time, and she's on it.
Yes.
And she's going to keep playing it.
And she remembers.
She does.
was
When
just
I
gonna
say
say-
I like a song, she brings it back for a long time.
It's usually when you say you don't like a song.
That happens too.
Yes.
If you say anything about a song, I'm going to pull it.
I was going to say she's like an elephant. She never forgets, but that's not really something
No,
to say
she's
about
exactly
a person.
like an elephant. Yeah.
Thanks, Annie. I've always wanted to be called an elephant.
You're welcome.
If
The only way that I would say that about you is if people don't know what you look like, you can get on the YouTube chat and
Yeah.
say, we'll all say hi to you. But yeah,
Your brain is that of an animal.
she's an itty bitty elephant with a great memory.
Great memory. She's
I
like a
actually
dolphin.
think I have a terrible memory, so I'm very flattered with this compliment.
You have an attention to detail that is noted. And I feel like I could potentially stall for 12 minutes so that we don't have to do Wiggins America. Brad.
You could do that.
I might take my headphones off. I'm still going to be able to hear you. That's the problem.
But
it's
Hannah
not
was
as
at the
close
ready.
to the inside of my ear.
Yeah. So it's been a week, right? This has been a really crazy week. None of us expected the FBI thing. I thought the IRS agents was going to be the story of the week, and then Tuesday happened. So I thought let's bring it back down. We'll calm everybody down a little bit with a Friday easy story. This is a study that I found in a Journal of Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Researchers have studied infrared videos of dozens and dozens of young jumping spiders.
I hate you.
You didn't need to add the jumping.
Well, I'm just reading it.
That's a kind
Yeah.
of spider.
Yeah.
I actually am starting to itch. I'm not joking.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, this goes into great detail. So we'll see how you do here. They studied what spiders do when they sleep.
Do they
and
sleep?
they found
Die.
that spiders regularly have retinal movements suggesting that they dream and have REM sleep like we do.
I hope their nightmares are of me because I know mine are of them.
And we'll get into that here.
My nightmares or
But
spiders?
the nightmares and what, what could spiders be dreaming about? We'll get into that. But first, in
this
the
is
videos,
an exceptionally long amount of time for this
I know.
segment too. I'm not.
And I'm going to drag this out in great detail. We're going to go every little fiber on their legs. In the videos, dozens of young spiders, which, by the way, are transparent, making them very, very difficult to spot if they're in your house. But it does make them easier to observe for the scientists. Repeatedly twitched and curled their limbs while their retinal tubules
I am taking my headphones. You keep
shifted
going.
rapidly, pointing to the notion that they were indeed experiencing REM sleep. Can you believe this? Annie is not listening, Hannah. Can you believe that?
I'm reading your comments on the live chat, so now is a great time. If there's anything about me you need to know, that you can absorb my attention span right now for the next 8 minutes.
I No, I can't believe that. I never would have known that. And
who would know that?
Similar to the question, do androids dream of electric sheep? What do you think spiders dream about?
You know,
Eating?
the point with which you reach that moment where androids are dreaming, we're screwed.
Oh yeah.
Are they dreaming?
This research didn't go into that particular topic.
I wish we were talking about that.
They didn't.
All right, what do spiders dream about?
They hypothesize that it's similar to when. Have you ever watched your dog sleep?
Yes, and they twitch.
And they twitch, and they do. Have you ever had your dog start running?
Yes.
Isn't that cute?
A little scary sometimes. I'm like, hey, get up.
That they think maybe what there's no way to know, but they think that spiders similarly would probably be dreaming about things that they are doing. So crawling around, falling on you, you know, while you're doing a broadcast in 2020. Things like that.
Is that the most viewed video on our YouTube channel?
Which one?
The one where the spider fell on you at home? I think it might be.
We should look up the date.
Oh man, I'm so pregnant and fat and angry. Just like Mal, except for the pregnant part.
I was like,
not really.
Annie?
No. No. I will drink whiskey on this video right now to prove that I in fact am not. I was super tired the other day. I was so tired. Had a really long night the night before with Molly being awake. And then I had just a really, really long work day. It was Tuesday night. And Wednesday I came home and pretty much just crawled up into bed. It was like 6 o'clock and I had put my pajamas on and just laid in bed because I was going to take a nap like for an hour or two and then like spend a couple hours with my kids.
6 o'clock naps are dangerous.
Yeah, I know. But I couldn't function. So it was like if I sat in my chair, I was going to conk out my chair. And I thought let me just go get 2 hours of good sleep in my bed. And it turned into like 9 o'clock and the kids came upstairs and they were telling me goodnight. And my oldest daughter, she's 10. She was like being hesitant to give me a hug. And I gave her a hug. I'm like, come here. What's the problem? She goes, you're not pregnant, are you? I was like, you're grounded. No, I'm not pregnant. But that's the way I was when I was pregnant. Was just super tired all the time. Sick every single day. Miserable. So now anytime I get like that, like if once you're of childbearing age, I don't know, Hannah, you probably haven't experienced this quite yet, but you get married and you're of that age and then everybody kind of side eyes you all the time. If you go to a party and there's alcohol there and you're not drinking alcohol, the only logical explanation is that you're pregnant.
That's why I always carry around a White Claw.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because people kept asking you all the time.
You pregnant?
Yeah. Oh,
I'd
look
say
at his
no.
little belly. He's starting to show.
That's been showing that way for a couple of years now.
Baby's about to do that, don't you think?
Incubating that little guy.
I got a White Claw, you see? That's why I'm carrying it. Even I wouldn't do that.
That feeling, though, of when you fall asleep, and I do it on the couch. I don't ever go to bed to take a nap. I just fall asleep wherever I'm at. When you wake up an hour later and your family's like, hey, and they tell you, oh, it's only 8 o'clock. Isn't that the best? Because then you realize, oh, I still have a whole night of sleep ahead of me.
Every single night I crawl into bed. I love my bed. We replaced it right after we had Evelyn. She's 6 now. And it's just the most comfortable bed. And I have great sheets. And every night I climb into bed, I'm like, why was I postponing this? I should have done this 4 hours ago. This is so cozy. I have the same thought every night. And then what do I do the coming night? Put off going to bed. And I'm awake watching.
But the reverse is true.
Which is what?
Which is if you lay down and you try to go to sleep and you can't go to sleep, then it's awful though,
no,
right?
I'm still cozy in my bed.
Oh, that's true.
That's what I do every night is I lay down too late and then I stay up and I lay in bed and read news articles.
I do
like
too.
A nerd.
Yeah, I'm getting away from the spider story here, but
No,
I really want to know.
Away from the spider
I know. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I do want to know the answer to this question. And I would like to poll the room. I'd like to poll the YouTube chat, everybody possible, because I want to know, do you, when you go to sleep, do you turn the sleep timer on your TV? Or do you turn the TV off, then go to sleep? Or do you just leave the TV on? Which one of those three do you do?
I don't even know if my TV has a sleep timer.
I turn the TV off and then I go to sleep.
Yeah, we don't fall asleep. Not on purpose with the TV on.
I can't sleep with the TV
So
on.
the room is saying can't fall asleep if the TV's on.
That room needs to be as dark as possible. Like I can tell you the seconds that in between each blink on the smoke detector in my room because I lay there and look at it, trying to fall asleep.
What?
It blinks. It's like
Change the
5
battery.
seconds in between each green, but then if the battery's low, it changes. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
But that light will drive me crazy. There's a light on my watch charger that, it's red. If you set I don't even know what kind of watch this is. You set it on there, it's red when it is charging, it's green when it's charged. I just sit and look at that light. I have a gun safe that blinks lights when you're charging it.
Maybe.
What do you do, Ryan?
Well, I leave the sleep timer on because I am watching it and I will get tired and then suddenly go, oh my gosh, I need to go to sleep. And I will just fall asleep. There's no period of
It's like a
time where I'm ramping
superpower.
down. It's just boom. And I realize it though, as I'm doing it. So I could turn the TV off, but I never know exactly when that point's going to hit.
Yeah.
So I turn it on for 30 minutes, watch until I don't remember anymore, and I'm gone.
Amber on the YouTube channel said, let's change the subject from spiders. Did you know that baby elephants suck their trunks for comfort like babies suck their thumbs? I didn't know that.
I did.
Hannah probably knew that.
Now I want to see that, Amber. Thank you.
So sweet.
Hannah, what are, every fun fact about elephants that you know? Just go.
I'd like to change the subject. A lot of people on the YouTube are saying that they don't watch TV or that they turn it off before they go to bed.
Brian says on YouTube, based on Charlotte's Web, they dream about creating inspiring messages in their webs.
Mm-hmm. This has got to be, this is the stuff. Have you ever seen, though, I was looking into this thing. Have you ever seen a jumping spider up close? Or are you too afraid to even look at them? I mean, they're a specific.
You're actually asking me that question?
Yeah. They're a thing now.
Have
you know,
always
jumping
been
spiders
afraid
are a
of
thing.
spiders?
Yes.
But jumping spiders in particular are very cute.
I hate you.
No, really. Really.
How can
This
an
is
insect be cute?
It's, I agree with you, but if you look it up.
Somebody would need to remove at least 2 of their legs for me to even consider that.
Really, just 2?
Yes.
So if you
I'm not afraid of bugs.
Pried off a spider's front legs.
No, not if I did, because I wouldn't do that.
But if somebody did, you'd be
I
like,
would
oh,
be
that's cute.
swearing and throwing anything in my reach.
Okay.
Breaking down whatever was in between me and that spider so that it dies.
I want to find a picture of a jumping spider
Let's not.
to show you that you would accept because they are
Have you
actually
not heard
pretty
me
cute.
on this show a million times? If anytime someone brings up spiders and I say, if you think it's cute, if you're going to send me a message on the Facebook page, or if you're going to tweet at me a picture of a spider that I don't block anybody. I get trolled every day, all day by people who are really super crazy, hateful people. I don't block them. If you send me something on Twitter or on Facebook that is a spider, I will block you. You will be out of my life forever. So if you send me that, I'm going to have to block you.
Well, I'm just going to
From the
let you know
studio.
that I might change the background on this computer to a very cute picture of a jumping spider. Because if you look them up, if you're not afraid to, I'm just opening
Why
the
don't you
invitation.
put a picture of your cute kids on there instead of a
anybody.
spider?
Because I
You're
don't
trying to
have
spite me.
any pictures of my kids. We only have pictures of jumping spiders. That's one of the things that we do. We take pictures, and they have big eyes like puppies do. I'm not kidding. This sounds ridiculous, but somebody proved it to me within the last 2 weeks that jumping spiders have amazing, cute little faces, and they do when you zoom in on them. Now, if you saw one in your house, I don't think you'd want to make it a pet, but people are really talking about this. What is this?
Janine on the YouTube wants to know what my favorite Mary Kay foundation is, so I'm showing the camera.
Anything to get it off of the subject.
I told you before you did this that I wasn't going to participate.
You're right. You did.
I said you could do it if it's your segment, but
Well, you made it. I think we got there.
All right, 125. Ask me anything. Everybody vote on the YouTube poll. Annie is
Anna's taking us out.
out of commission.
Happy birthday, Brad.
Happy birthday, Brad.
I didn't know the music was playing.
It
Put
just started.
Put my headphones back on. Hey, how was that last segment, guys?
My background is being changed.
Nobody wants to miss the important things in life, and if it's because of bad vision, you don't have to. Mark Cox here from my friends at Brenton Vision. They can help you out. That's why I want you to take 2 minutes today to call my friends at Brenton at 314-375-2020 or go online to BrentonVision.com. Your eyes are as unique as your fingerprint. Since Brenton Vision is the only place in Missouri offering all 7 forms of modern vision correction, They can create a customized treatment plan just for your vision. They helped my wife out. She chose the lens replacement therapy and now sees better than ever, and she loves it. You can have that same experience with Brenton Vision. They accept flex plans and medical spending plans as well at Brenton. So don't let that money expire or go to waste. See your best. Do what we did. Call Brenton Vision at 314-375-2020 or schedule online right now at brentonvision.com.
Hi, it's Scott and Andrea at Best Buy Flooring.
We just hit a home run with hot summer deals for contractors.
Right. Carpet, vinyl plank, vinyl tile, ceramic, sheet vinyl, carpet tile, and hardwood all in stock and contractor pricing.
2 locations, 7301 North Lindbergh in Hazelwood, Missouri, and 1851 West US Highway 50 in O'Fallon, Illinois. Open 7 days a week.
Best flooring, best selection, Best Buy Flooring.
Are you turning 65 and going on Medicare, or is retirement approaching? If you already have a Medicare plan, has anything changed? Are you overwhelmed with all the literature, the choices, the phone calls? I know it can be pretty daunting. This is Ryan Raphael, owner of Senior Insurance Benefits. My clients call me the Medicare man. That's because I specialize in Medicare insurance plans right here in the St. Louis and Illinois area. My job is to help you choose the right plan tailored to fit your needs. How do supplements differ from Advantage plans? Are your doctors and drugs covered? Do you need a plan that includes dental and vision coverage? It can be very confusing, but don't sweat it. You've got the Medicare man. And best of all, there's no charge. We're compensated by the insurance companies. Don't do it alone. Call me at 314-368-6808 or visit MedicareManSTL.com. For the right plan, call the Medicare man. 314-368-6808.
Hi, I'm Mandy Moore. We can do great things when we stand together. Stand Up to Cancer is closer than ever before to achieving its mission to make every cancer patient into a long-term survivor. So get on board and stand up to cancer with us. To learn more about how you can support this groundbreaking effort and get Advantage miles, go to standuptocancer.org/American Airlines.
KFTK FM Florissant, driven by the Bommarito Automotive Group, 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Approaching a deadline over a warrant. I'm Rich Dennison, Fox News. A federal court in Florida may unseal the search warrant and supporting information used by the FBI to search the home of former President Trump.
Reports surfaced first in the Washington Post that some insider approached federal agents claiming nuclear secrets were not being guarded, though Trump today states via his social media platform, Truth Social, that such claims are, in his words, a hoax, just like Russia. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland Thursday claimed it was he who authorized seeking a warrant and conducting the raid.
Fox's Eben Brown. Salman Rushdie, the author whose writing led to death threats from Iran in the 1980s, was attacked and apparently stabbed in the neck today by a man who rushed the stage as he was about to give a lecture in Western New York.
New York State police say Rushdie suffered a stab wound to the neck and was airlifted to a hospital. The suspect is in custody. There's been a fatwa on Rushdie calling for his death issued by Iran's then Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini after Iran banned his book, Satanic Verses, in the late 80s. And in 2012, an Iranian religious organization was reported to have increased the bounty on Rushdie to over $3 million.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. More than 100 homes were evacuated today in Paris, California, because of a chemical leak from a rail car.
Currently, the product in the rail car is still reacting and gaining heat.
CAL FIRE's John Crater says once those chemicals cool down, rescue crews can begin work to contain that spill. A spokesperson for Anne Heche says the actor is on life support after suffering a brain injury in a fiery crash just a week ago. She's not expected to survive. The statement released on behalf of her family says she's being kept on life support to determine if she is a viable organ donor. America's listening to Fox News.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies like Google and Facebook watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling Weather with Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
No question, the summertime weather pattern has broken. Mostly sunny skies on this Friday afternoon. Nice 82 comfortable humidity levels. Tonight, clear skies, evening temperatures upper 70s, 62 for the overnight low. On to the weekend. Saturday, partly sunny and 85. Saturday night, partly cloudy, 67. And Sunday, partly sunny, 88. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Right here, right now.
Democrats are much more likely in 2022 to be active in organizations helping candidates. Conservatives are much more likely to vote and to work on local school board elections. We need to add a few more things to our repertoire. We have to get involved with donations, actually attending meetings to help candidates as opposed to only voting. And voting is very important, so I'm not minimizing it, but it's not all we can do.
97.1 FM Talk. Right here, right now.
I love sharing good news with you, and this is that, especially if you're looking for a car. This is Ryan Wiggins. Genesis of St. Charles. If you're looking for young luxury, this is it. I got to drive one of their SUVs, and it just handles wonderfully. I mean, anytime you're driving a brand new car, you just feel like, oh, man, I've made it. But when you drive a Genesis, you know you're driving a luxury automobile. And here's what's great. At Genesis of St. Charles, they are not charging over MSRP like so many. In fact, the bulk of dealers are doing right now. They will charge MSRP or less. And for a luxury vehicle right now, you're almost going to pay that for a regular vehicle. So check out Genesis. If you don't know anything about the brand, visit genesisofstcharles.com. You'll like what you see. They're located in St. Charles Hyundai showroom, about a quarter mile from Mid Rivers Mall. So visit them on the St. Charles Automotive Campus in St. Peters. But you can start by visiting them online right now, genesisofstcharles.com.
The following is a commercial announcement.
Your local radio stations are here for you. No subscriptions or monthly fees necessary. We're here to give you the news, weather, and traffic you need, and the music you love. But if the foreign-owned record labels get their way, it could stop the music. They want Congress to force radio stations to pay them more money, simply to play their music. Don't let radio go silent. Text LOCAL to 52886 and tell Congress to protect local radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
If you need to sell your home to buy a new home, it's never been more important to have an experienced negotiator you can trust. You need my friends Mark and Neil Gelman of eXp Realty on your side, fighting for every dollar for you. Check out thegelmanteam.com. That's thegelmanteam.com.
Hi, I'm Mandy Moore. Stand Up to Cancer is closer than ever before to achieving its mission to make every cancer patient into a long-term survivor. To learn more and get Advantage miles, go to standuptocancer.org/American Airlines.
The features you always dreamed of are here. We're talking about rewinding the radio. Listen on the Odyssey app and rewind whenever you'd like, or catch up on entire shows within 24 hours of air.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
Right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not a married sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not a married sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. Happy Friday. We are glad that you are here. We have a report that Fox News has acquired the search warrant, the Trump search warrant, and we are going to bring that to you here in just a second to listen to what the coverage is. I want you to stick with us, and we will go through, we'll listen to the coverage that Fox News has on their obtaining of this search warrant, and we'll hear what they have to say, and then of course we will react to it. So Brad is working on getting that set up for us right now on the Annie Frey YouTube live chat. We have a poll every day. Today's poll is Trump 2024, yes or no. Let us know what you think. Of course, just two options. If you have a comment that you want to add to your yes or no vote, then you can leave it in the live chat. We're going to continue to watch those as we go through the day and react to them at 2:45. All right. So the Fox News obtaining of the Trump search warrant. Let's listen in real quick to coverage.
Moments ago, Fox News was able to obtain the Trump search warrant. Let's get right to it.
Let's go to David Spunt live at the Justice Department. Good afternoon, David.
Hi to both of you. We're going through this document right now, or this reporting right now, I should say. I want to read some of my reporting from my colleague, Brooks Singman, who just posted this on foxnews.com. We know that this was signed by Judge Bruce Reinhart. He signed it on August 5th, and it allowed the FBI and federal authorities to conduct the search of Mar-a-Lago on or before August 19th, 2022, in the daytime, 6 a.m. until 10 p.m. at night. We know there are 3 pages of items that were taken from Mar-a-Lago. I want to read some of them to you. We're told that the FBI took 20 boxes of items from the premises, including one set of documents marked as various classified, top secretive, and sensitive information documents. The property receipt, which is also part of this, indicates that FBI agents collected 4 sets of top secret documents, 3 sets of secret documents, and 3 sets of confidential documents. The list also includes the FBI taking a leather-bound box of documents, binders of photos, and handwritten notes. And as far as the actual property receipt, we're told the clemency letter that was written on behalf of Roger Stone, President Trump's longtime confidant, was taken by the FBI. Also, some information about the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, and we're told there were other photos, miscellaneous box of secret documents. So basically, you get the whole point here. And I'm going through this as we're looking, that there were some documents taken. However, I suspect, and I don't know this for a fact, that the Trump team will likely say he declassified all of this before he left office. And the reason I say that is because we've heard many of his allies on television and in newspapers and online explain that he declassified so many documents before he left that it should not be a problem that these were there. However, there are questions about the actual declassification process. I also want to read, Mike and Sandra, the locations. This, according to the search warrant reviewed by Fox News, quote, the locations to be searched include the 45 office, all storage rooms, all other rooms or areas within the premises used or available to be used by the President of the United States and his staff, and which boxes or documents could be stored. That's what we know right now.
Okay, so just reading through this, and obviously the timing was a huge part of this. The magistrate judge signed this warrant August 5th, we are now learning. Today is August 12th. It gave the FBI authority to conduct this search on or before August 19th, 2022, and in the daytime between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. Very specifically to the locations here, as I know, David, you are still digging through this. Brett Baer is going to join us in just a moment as well. The locations to be searched included the 45 office, all storage rooms, and all other rooms or areas within the premises used or available to be used by the president and his staff, and in which boxes or documents could be stored, including all structures or buildings on the estate. Obviously, this is all brand new information that we're getting, and that they seized classified records from the former president's home, and some were marked top secret. So we are just getting this and digging through it. David, before we get to Brett, would you like to add anything?
Well, we know that, first of all, this is something that the Attorney General yesterday believed he was calling the president's bluff by saying, go ahead, release this. Then the president, the former president, I should say, late last night on Truth Social said, yes, go ahead, release all of this. We had to wait for the formal filing from the Trump legal team, which apparently would be happening soon. They had a 3 p.m. deadline today. This is actually not posted on the official docket yet. I want to be clear about that. But Fox News has reviewed this, and we assume this will be posted at some point very shortly, officially on that docket, Sandra.
Okay, thank you very much. David Spunt, we'll get back to you. Let us know when you want to jump back in here. Brett Baer now, Chief Political Anchor and Executive Editor of Special Report. Brett, great to have you here now with this breaking news just coming in. We're getting a closer look at this. The warrant gave agency authority to seize, quote, all physical documents and records constituting evidence, contraband, fruits of crime, or other items illegally possessed in the violation of U.S. code, including documents and classification markings and presidential records created between January 2017 and January 2021. What can you tell us at this point, having looked at it now, Brett?
Okay, we've seen the warrant. We've seen the list. It's about 7 pages long, both documents. And as David was going through, it's specific, but not specific of what's in those documents. There's been a lot of reporting about nuclear documents. That's not listed specifically in the paperwork that we've received. However, what's key is this. The list includes references to one set of documents, as referenced, various classified TS and SCI documents. That's top secret and sensitive compartmented information, as well as top secret and 3 sets of secret documents, confidential documents. Now, what does this mean? The top tier of that is some of the highest sensitive stuff that we have as far as keeping secret, and there are laws about how that's handled. The president's lawyers are arguing that he declassified these documents before leaving the White House. Now, that is a big power that the president has, a sweeping power to declassify, but there are also regulations that a process has to take place. It's not like you wave a wand and say all of these boxes are declassified. So there's a paper trail and specifics to that. So they will argue that it happened, and we'll have to see where that argument goes. But the list of documents here is pretty interesting. I mean, it's overall 20 boxes. And what you see is that the magistrate signs it on August 5th, but the raid doesn't happen. The search doesn't happen, if you want to call it that, days later. So the thought process that these are tremendously dangerous documents that everyone was concerned about from the beginning of June to the time that the document signed, the search warrant signed, and then the action is taken is interesting. And Trump lawyers will point back to cooperating. Clearly, the DOJ and the FBI believes that they have these documents are sensitive, top secret, highly compartmentalized enough that this is a violation of law.
U.S. Magistrate Judge Bruce Reinhart signed the warrant on August 5th, giving the FBI authority for basically 2 weeks to go and conduct the search, the locations to be searched. As we noted, the former president's office, all storage rooms and other rooms within the premises used or available to be used by the former president and his staff, and in which boxes or documents could be stored, including all structures or buildings on the estate. That sounds like giving pretty wide authority to the FBI once on the grounds of Mar-a-Lago to look where they needed to look.
Yeah, I mean, this is a wide berth of that property. The only thing it doesn't include are the guest rooms at Mar-a-Lago, which, as you know, is a club. And it doesn't say any of those areas or the staff areas, but it is a wide swath of the personal space, the former president's office. And, you know, what's key to point out here is that if they find something else and there is some other illegal activity in this search for classified documents, obviously that's what the Trump critics of this move would say is just a wide net. I want to just point out the backdrop here. I'm on Kiowa Island. I wish I could say that I was here to interview President Biden or even Hunter Biden, but I'm here for my mother's birthday weekend, and it just so happens that it's where the president chose to go. So that's the backdrop here at the White House camera.
Brett, thank you. So if you could just stay with us, and we'll keep letting you have a chance to dig through that as well. Jonathan Turley is joining us now. Jonathan, jump in here. George Washington University law professor, Fox News contributor. When you look at the property receipt reviewed by Fox News, It is a list of documents. To Brett's point, we don't have any information about the documents. It's binders of photos, handwritten notes, multiple boxes. We know 20 of them at this point. Your thoughts so far on what we're learning?
Well, there's a great deal here that we have not learned from this list. The most serious thing we've learned is that some of this material was marked TSSCI. I've worked with that type of material for decades. It is a material that for me to work with it, I have to work in a SCIF. It has a whole bunch of regulations as to proper handling. I'm not even allowed to bring in a computer to deal with TSSCI material. So this is a very high level of classification. But what's really interesting here is the warrant says, well, you go in and you find any evidence of crimes, including any classified material. And it brings us back to the missing affidavit. The Trump people are saying that he did declassify material, and that was very likely part of the conversation in June. And as Brett was raising, you know, if there was this belief that there was TSSCI material at this location, this is a rather lackadaisical schedule to get it back. I mean, not only did they not take any steps, it appears, with the Trump team after June, but even when they got the warrant signed, they waited for days in order to retrieve it. So that's a little bit of an anomaly. But again, it brings us back to the missing affidavit. What was told about the status of these documents? We do not see here references to nuclear weapons or nuclear weapon programs as has been reported by some media. That doesn't necessarily mean that those reports are wrong, but it sort of highlights how much we still don't know in this. Now, my final point here is that the stuff that is referred to as secret and confidential, I have to say, since I've worked with this type of material for years, you know, most everything that goes to the president tends to have a classification of confidentiality or above. And confidentiality itself is not a particularly high classification. I've seen mail books, or phone books classified at that level. It's really the TSSCI and how much there was there and whether there's a claim of declassification that we still don't know.
Jonathan, I'm wondering, as someone who has handled this kind of information over the years, if you're familiar with the process of a president on his way out of office declassifying it. We know he has the power to declassify lots of stuff, but how quickly can that happen?
Yeah, this is where it gets a little bit curious because this was a very chaotic time, obviously, in January. You had the January 6th riot, you had all the controversies, and then you had all these boxes being removed with the president. The question is whether there was enough time to go through this process where you have to communicate with the intelligence community to declassify material. There is no question as to the authority of the president to declassify material. There are regulations, but his authority is constitutional. He has a right to declassify. So this could be a conflict between regulations and inherent authority of the president. The question is the specificity with which the declassification occurred. Were these on a list, for example, that was declared declassified? It is possible that there was an invoice or list as these boxes were prepared, and the president sought to confirm or to state that they were declassified. That doesn't seem like a good basis for a criminal charge. That is, if that is what occurred, I want again to see that affidavit as to why that was deemed a potential criminal act.
Jonathan, just one more thing. Jackie Heinrich adding to the reporting here, a federal law enforcement source is telling her that this list tells us nothing, as we have been pointing out, in relation to the allegation that agents were searching for nuclear-related documents. To that Washington Post reporting, those docs would be marked SAP for special access programs, nukes. Not to say those kind of docs weren't there, but the evidence was listed in such a way that we don't know. There is a listing for various classified TS/SCI documents. Her source says SCI could mean nuclear docs, as SCI is secure compartmental information. It's a very broad classification. SAP, though, is the nuclear program, and that would not be detailed on a property receipt. On the timing of this, Jonathan, you can weigh in on that in just a second. On the timing, though, I don't know that you can make the case that the FBI waited to make this raid after the magistrate judge signed off on it. Looking at a timeline here, August 5th was a Friday. It could have been late in the day on Friday. The raid took place Monday, August 8th in the morning. And it says it has to take place during, I believe, during a weekday, daytime, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Let's see. Magistrate judge. Go ahead.
Yeah, part of that timeline that's intriguing to me is whether they knew that there was TSSCI material, because I can tell you, having worked with security officers for decades, they take that really quite seriously. In order for me to get access to a TSSCI case, they have to read me into every one of those programs. And once you're read in, you can't bring anything out of a SCIF. I mean, they are incredibly religious about these restrictions. It's hard to believe that those security officers believed there was TSSCI at some resort in a storage room, and there was a feeling that, well, let's do it on Monday, even though it's now Friday. So that's part of the thing that we need to look at. Did they know there was TSSCI, or did they just find it? Is this part of the material that Trump believed he had declassified? All of that's important to a specific intent crime, which is what we're talking about here.
And Jonathan, there was talk of this week about putting an additional lock on a storage area in terms of the negotiations back and forth between the Trump team and the National Archives folks. But as you talked about, reviewing some of this stuff requires being in a SCIF. So would you talk about the security measures to actually see a lot of these documents when you're allowed to review them?
Well, the security officers I worked with would be, you'd have to resuscitate them if you said, I'll just put a better lock on the door. These are people that don't compromise when it comes to the security of TSSCI material. So there is a disconnect there. But we don't know if the TSSCI material was identified in the affidavit or simply discovered in the course of this search. And if it had been collected, the agents may not be fully aware of what was believed to be declassified. Now, none of this means that this isn't a serious concern. Of course it is. Mm-hmm. President Trump had the ultimate declassification authority, but that authority ended when he was no longer president. So at that point, he does not have authority to retain classified information. But then he has the right to argue it wasn't classified. I declassified it. Those are the details that we need to find out. And it's one of the reasons why releasing the warrant and the list are not going to answer these concerns. Attorney General Garland should release the affidavit. If there's one case that merits that rare type of a gesture, it's this one.
So we've been listening to the Fox News breaking coverage of their obtaining of the warrants. What we have learned here is that there were 20 boxes of documents seized, 4 sets of top secret documents, along with sensitive compartmented info, which they refer to as SCI, a leather-bound box of documents, a clemency letter of Roger Stone. That shouldn't be funny. And then also, this was really spoken about in a very interesting way. Did you hear him say, this is how they described it, some info on the president of France? That was how it was explained. Yeah. You think Macron was sitting there eating his baguette all of a sudden going, what?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Wait, me?
I was in the SCIF? Yeah, exactly. They had the opportunity to go into President Trump's office, the storage rooms, all rooms that are used by the president or the staff. You think Melania and Donald share a closet?
I doubt it.
What are they suggesting about him being in that room? Anyway, so, and also what we're hearing here from Jonathan Turley, Brett Baer, that the president's lawyers are saying he did declassify these documents. So we have a lot of answers now that breed us right back to where we were in the beginning with all of the same questions still. Did he have classified documents? Well, a lot of that is determined as to whether or not he declassified them before he left the presidency. Because if he declassified them, then they are not in fact classified. If he didn't declassify them and they're there, then he has classified information. And here's the other thing that I keep seeing people comment and bring up about this. And, I just got some marbles rolling around in the dusty back of my brain, reminding us that Donald Trump himself did not pack those boxes. Who did pack those boxes? What could have been put in those boxes that could now be found on an unprecedented raid on his home?
I hear you.
That's all I'm saying.
I hear
questions.
you. Just asking questions.
On a Friday so that I can run away from that question as fast as I can.
Come back on Monday.
Yes, I almost went into this in the Mike Davis interview earlier, but they were talking about the nuclear codes and stuff. And I was thinking about, he's like, Mike Davis goes, the codes are obviously going to be changed from Trump to Biden. And all I could think about was the Spaceballs scene where they're talking about the code on my luggage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Mel Brooks goes, that's the code on my luggage. What idiot uses that code on their luggage?
Yeah.
Well, Mel Brooks and, people
whoever else.
Bye. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Make a friend. Can't we all get along?
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show. This is a place for people to come together. Right here, right now. Make your voice heard. This is 97.1 FM Talk.
Stewart's American Mortgage is the home of the Bagel Loan. And the thing that I like the most about the Bagel Loan as a 2-time customer of the Bagel Loan is the fact that it doesn't cost you anything to use it. So if you're looking at your financial situation and going, I need to shore up some money here. I need to pay off some high interest credit card debt. Maybe you want to pay down some student loans. Let's give me a break. Nobody's doing that right now. Maybe you want to pay for some college or you have a high expense coming your way and you got a lot of equity sitting in your home. When you use the Bagel Loan with Stewart's American Mortgage to refinance your house, you can access that equity without having to pay all the fees that anybody else out there is going to charge you for. Maybe you had a high interest rate before and now you qualify for a lower one. There are people who are having that experience. When you go with Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage, you're going to get a locked in low rate with Stewie and you're not going to pay the fees that everybody else out there will charge you for. Call him or text him at 314-324-4440. That's 314-324-4440. Google the Bagel Loan, NMLS number 226715.
This is a great time of the year to upgrade the energy efficiency in your home with my friends at Window World. Mark Cox here to tell you more about my experience with Window World. They replaced a couple of windows at my house. They were just panes of glass. We wanted to be able to get some airflow into the master bathroom. They came out, they gave us a free estimate, and then had the windows at seams installed in no time. Very professional, lifetime warranty I get, and you get an extra double strength glass on their replacement windows that's not common. So you're getting a great price, simply the best for less. They do front entry doors, rear entry doors if you're looking to replace that back door or sliding glass door in your home. They've got a great selection at Window World. They're also right now offering 18 months, same as cash financing, of course, with approved credit. The preferred window of the St. Louis Blues, 314-993-1800. windowworld.com.
We've been here 30 years, 30 Christmases in this house, and we have the traditions that most families have.
That's Terry talking about her experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We did Rhino Shield 14 years ago, and the house still looks the same as the first day. Rhino Shield really worked with me to help me get just the right, nice, soft yellow, and it's 14 years later, and it's the same color.
The main reason Terry called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by its 25-year transferable warranty.
Just sounded wonderful that we could have the house coated with Rhino Shield and not have to worry about it again for 25 years.
Take it from Terry. Give Rhino Shield a call now for a free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
There have been neighbors that have come by and said, did you just have your house painted? Because they wanted to know who the contractor was. And I said, no, it's actually Rhino Shield.
877-25rhino.com.
Girl, please excuse
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. We're glad that you're here with us. Happy Friday. The YouTube live chat poll is simple. This is the shortest poll we've ever had in the history of the Annie Frey Show poll. YouTube poll. Trump 2024, yes or no? And I'd love to get what you guys think about it. We've got Hannah. I'm going to ask you first. Trump 24, yes or no? You got to go one way or the other.
No.
No. Ooh. Ryan?
Yes.
It's like if you're sitting in the car, you were contemplating him pondering that question, but really he was just
putting his headphones on
and turning on his microphone.
I felt like I was leaning down the mic. You know how Trump did that when he would go wrong, wrong.
Yeah, he would get down right up in the face of the microphone, and then his lips. I don't understand Donald Trump's lips.
No,
I don't either.
It's not a like eliminator for him to be the president of the United States again for me. But
the lips?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But you do have to see him more. You have to see more of his lips when he's the president.
Yes, you do. And this. Okay.
The telescoping okay.
Yeah.
It's got to go. You got to make the okay sign, which is not a racial gesture. I might add.
Not that we until somebody said that it was.
You got to make the okay sign in front of you, and then you have to extend
Shoot
out,
it out,
and then bring it back in. And then if you really mean it, double it up. Two okay signs, out and in.
Can I tell you something funny?
Nope.
When I was doing the second season of my PBS show,
no.
Song Stage, it's a live show, and so there's a lot of pressure on the live shoot. That was during the presidential run of 2016, so he hadn't won yet. He was just running. And I found myself up there speaking with the microphone, going like this, and I'm like, no, I'm doing what Trump does. Why am I doing this?
Every once in a while, I'm like in making a probably moderately average point, but I'm into it. And then my hands start doing things that I think Nancy Pelosi would do.
Oh.
And it distracts
Which
me.
is what? Can you show us?
No, it just happens. It's like you and Christopher Walken.
Okay. Have you ever done
me and Gottfried?
Have you ever done a Bill Clinton where you make a point and then you bite your bottom lip when you go like that?
No. I don't know what you were specifically referring to, but I have never done a Bill Clinton. Just period.
Good to know. Good to know.
I know it's shocking.
But you do recognize this though,
Yes,
right? Okay.
Yes. I feel your pain.
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah. Brad, Trump 2024, yes or no?
No, I don't like his lips.
It is a disqualifying characteristic.
No, it's.
How do you feel about Biden's?
Ooh, when he purses his lips and he sucks them up, and
no.
Stop it. It is,
Nobody
like,
for president.
serious.
Anarchy now.
No, my no is basically I just like DeSantis better.
Me too.
I just like him
I
better.
didn't give my reasoning, but you know I was going to say that.
You remember Obama Girl?
No.
You don't remember Obama Girl? Do you remember Obama Girl?
No, I don't.
Was she like Total Request Live?
Google Obama Girl. I think, I mean, it was like a YouTube Obama Girl. She did music videos.
Oh my gosh.
But this was like at the beginning of when videos would go viral. But you could be DeSantis girl, Hannah.
I could be.
So could you, Ryan. And you could be whatever you want to be.
I want to hear Thong Song by Cisco. Woo!
That's a great song.
What?
Are you kidding?
No.
Dumps like a truck.
Truck.
Yeah. Guys like what?
We were
What?
of that age
Yes, it is
for
a-
Total Request Live on
It is
MTV.
a time in my life, and you
Oh,
cannot
gosh.
take that away from me.
I
My
hate-
dad is watching, and I am sorry, but I am not sorry.
Yes.
The thong song lives on.
That's-
Don't make this a real Anna digital lady.
Oh, that you just tipped her off. Now she's gonna do it. Now that period of time of watching MTV when you came home from school, and it was all these idiots standing there, and they
Unlike now.
yeah, oh yeah,
Right.
Now it's fine.
It's much more refined.
New York
now.
is much better now than it was then.
If you put the thong song out right now, it would be tame compared to a lot of the stuff that's out there.
I'm not even talking about the music. I'm talking
is
about the way
facts.
they would show
Yeah.
somebody standing there waiting for the camera to come on, and then all they would say is, "I want to hear Limp Bizkit did it all for the nookie. And then that's all that was their entire contribution to the show. And then they would just go, woo!
Yeah.
That's it.
When you would hear the violin at the beginning of Dong Song, dun, 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 that's actually a really, really good riff. I don't know if I still have it in my music for the show, but the music bed. We're not going to play the thong song
I was gonna say
for a bump, although now I'm kind of thinking maybe we should. It's a Friday.
Hannah, you just tipped her off to it, so you know she's going to remember. She's like an elephant.
She's
a
looking it up right
tiny
now. I see the
elephant.
fingers moving.
Is it by Cisco?
Oh, Hannah.
Also, your theme song, Hannah, should be Baby Elephant Walk.
Why are you so good at that?
I know. That is disturbing. You're like a whole brass band.
I know. I get that a lot.
No, you don't. That is a hidden talent.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking.
Right. Yeah, not so hidden.
Can I play this as a bump or no?
Is it with the words?
I don't know.
Is it Cisco?
Use the word instrumental or karaoke version and find that. And then yes, you may.
Fun fact, I do not think the company Cisco is associated with this song at all.
Do you know though?
No.
Fun
fact though.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. Here's something I do not know. Are you gonna play it or not?
So I'm
scared.
No, don't do it yet.
Okay.
Somebody suggested yesterday that we should be syndicated all the way to Eastern Kentucky. Or no, Western Kentucky.
It was just Paducah. It would stop in Paducah. Yeah, right. From here to Paducah.
Western Kentucky hears this show and here's fun fact. Here's something I don't know. And Central Kentucky's like, see?
Really dodged a bullet with that one.
We don't
Lexington.
do that.
We were much more refined.
Lower standard
In the
Western
Smoky Mountains.
Kentucky kind of stuff.
That's Paducah type radio. We don't listen to that here in the Smokies.
Oh my gosh. It's Brad's birthday on the show, and we're inviting everybody to come to the live chat here and tell Brad happy birthday. We got you a little something here. You want to open it up?
A little something, something.
A little something from the show.
Yeah.
I almost bought a bag that had dinosaurs on it.
I would have liked that.
I know you would have. It
I
was
like
like $4 more. I don't like paying for bags. I bet. Do you do bags?
What does that mean?
It means, I don't know. Answer it however you want to.
We do them in our trash cans.
Do you buy gift bags?
Yeah, once in a while. They're the easiest.
Show our live stream. What you got?
Brad is a huge fan of, would you call that a track jacket?
Yeah, I guess so. I think that's the right
The top half of the tracksuit. I actually think you
Looks
should
like
take it
something
all
you
the
would
way
wear,
to
for
the.
sure.
Yep.
And if it's not the right size, you can take it back.
That is
But
why we
it
call
looks
it
good on you.
Use your suit.
I
Larry.
like it.
You good?
Yes, this is great.
It's his
Thank you.
style, and you said you wanted one for each day of the week one time.
for each day of the week.
And
exactly.
there's some more stuff in there and a card. But as you know, Brad's the executive producer of the show. You've been here. Did you interview for this job on your birthday?
On my birthday, yeah.
That's great.
Candy bars.
Yep.
King size.
That is from the show. That is definitely not something that Annie did by herself.
It is from the show, you doofus.
You guys say Reese's or Reese's?
Reese's.
Reese's. Thank
Who
you.
says
Nobody
Reese's?
has time to say Reese's. Shut up, Ryan. You don't say Reese's.
No, I don't say it, but I've heard it said that way.
yeah, but those people are overachievers.
Yeah, those people should not be listening to the show because we don't like them.
What?
And more beef jerky.
More, yeah, you don't listen to Wiggins America on Saturdays from 6 to 8 a.m.
No, I'm openly inviting people to tune out of this show.
I know. It's okay. They've already
Ryan.
left.
Do listen to my show if you like Reese's, though.
Happy birthday, Brad.
Okay, thank you. Do you want me to read this on air?
I don't care.
Okay. It says you're a special part of our family.
Mm-hmm. We mean that.
Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.
It said, Brad, it's me, half of Brian. Happy birthday. Shout it out, dude.
You know why I said
Half
that?
of
Because I didn't even know it
Brian.
was his birthday because he's so quiet about it.
Unlike
Shout it
you,
out.
unlike you who
Quiet.
casually says, like, for the month leading up to your birthday, well, since my birthday is
Yeah. Today is the 12th.
September 12th,
Ooh, oh, man.
14th,
Swing and a miss. Strike two.
September 8th,
Oh, you are out.
September
9th.
September.
Nope.
September
It is in September. Good job.
15th,
You're getting closer.
14th?
16th.
I will just tell you, it is the 16th.
It's the 16th.
I got
Well,
it right.
My anniversary is the 15th. So I
knew it was close.
I used to think, because your anniversary is in August
Mm-hmm.
and your wedding or your birthday is right next to my anniversary. All right. Well, happy birthday.
There's a gift card in there. Too,
Yes.
from
Enjoy.
Pivot
Go buy
Sports.
some
softball stuff.
softball stuff. I looked at the softball stuff and thought, I'm not making any decisions here.
Baseball stuff.
Yes, get whatever you want for yourself, another jacket or whatever. Happy birthday to Brad. Please go into the live chat, and he's monitoring the comments today. Tell Brad happy birthday. We love having him here. He's a blessing to us, and he's a blessing to you because he puts all of this together. So stick around. We are going to have some Ask Me Anything when we come back at the 2 o'clock hour. We have X's and O's featuring, I'm excited about this, Mike and Stephanie from C.A. Jones are the two contestants, and the experts in the room, Hannah, Brad, and I hope not to let them down. So stick around for X's and O's. Lots of people voting on the YouTube live chat poll today. Trump 2024, yes or no? Go vote. We'll be back in a minute.
Shout aloud, scream aloud, let me hear you go. Baby, I like it. The way you move on the
This
floor.
is the Annie Frey Show.
Come on and give me some more. Oh, yes, I like it. Screaming like never before. Baby, I like it.
The Mark Reardon Show. St. Louis boasts the world's largest chess piece. A club in France just built a bigger one. We can't let that stand, Rex.
It's about 6 inches higher than
That's
the
it?
chess piece we have. We're going to build one bigger.
Weekdays from 3 to 6 on 97.1 FM Talk.
You want to retire soon, but everyone keeps telling you to wait until you're 65. After all, that's the age that you qualify for Medicare and you're close to full retirement age. I'm Marvin Mitchell, president of Compass Retirement Solutions. In my new book, Retire Early, the 9 critical decisions when retiring before 65, I discuss proper planning to help make early retirement possible. When to take Social Security, what to do with your 401k, healthcare, how to maximize retirement income, and much more. Get a complimentary copy of Retire Early by calling 1-800-743-8510. That's 1-800-743-8510. Can you retire early? Call 1-800-743-8510 for your copy of Retire Early, the 9 critical decisions when retiring before 65.
Investments and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory in Missouri and Illinois. Compass Retirement Solutions is not affiliated with the U.S. government or any governmental agency.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching, but a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
I'm Brian Westbrook with Coalition Life. Over the past decade, Coalition Life has served thousands of women in crisis pregnancies, helping to save the lives of the children they carry. Help us build a better community while also reducing or completely eliminating your Missouri taxes with a 70% tax credit. A $1,000 donation today to help these women could cost you as little as $141 out of pocket. Learn more at coalitionlife.com, coalitionlife.com. Thank you. You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling Studios. Air Comfort Service is celebrating 53 years of residential and commercial service, maintenance, and installation of heating and cooling systems. Get in your comfort zone. Visit aircomfortservice.com.
Bringing you up-to-the-minute traffic like nobody else. Sue Thomas and dependable traffic, driven by Ambassador Midwest Floor Company. The best way to deal with in-home traffic. Experience more at Ambassador Midwest Floor. This is the Annie Frey Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. We are happy to be with you on this Friday afternoon. The breaking news of the hour is that Fox News has obtained the warrant and has been covering that. We brought to you that information at the beginning of the hour on the Odyssey app. If you rewind to about 1:05, you will be able to hear the coverage of that. And basically what we've discovered is that they took 20 boxes of documents. Some of them had top secret documents, as well as sensitive compartmented info, which is referred to as SCI. There's a leather bound box of documents, a clemency letter of Roger Stone, quote, info on President of France, Emmanuel Macron. We don't really know what that's about. But the lawyers are saying that are Donald Trump's lawyers, they're out there saying he declassified this stuff. So if the documents that were discovered were deemed to be classified information, the question we have right now is, did he declassify them or didn't he? And we don't know the answer to that. So we'll have to continue to wait for more information. That's the latest on that instance. And a few people wanted to ask us a few questions here. So let's get to that.
If you have anything to ask me, just go ahead.
I want the truth.
Say it.
Thank you for your honesty. You can't handle the truth. And the truth shall set you free.
Alrighty, the first question we have funneling in from YouTube is they are asking if I enjoyed my first of hopefully many ski sodas.
Yes, skis,
Yes,
not
I
short for
did.
brewskis.
Yes.
Excel bottling ski.
Yes. I did enjoy my first taste of ski. It tasted like a sun drop, but better. I had that at the Darren Bailey event.
Ryan, do
on
you
Tuesday.
get ski? Do you drink ski products?
I like ski in particular, but it's Excel. I like some of their local sodas
Lucky
actually
Cola.
better than ski.
It's my fave.
Yeah.
I was gonna say mine is the guilt-free Lucky Cola is just the best.
Next question is from our friend Balls. He asked Annie, if you had to be a View cast member for the day, who would you pick and why?
A View cast member?
Yes, if you had to be someone on The View, who would you be and why?
Oh, like not be on The View.
Like you'd have to be in like being John Malkovich
Would I
into one
be
of them.
Whoopi Goldberg? Would I be
Yeah.
Joy Behar? Those are the only two that
Anna
I know.
Navarro?
Oh,
Sonny
no.
Hostin.
Oh,
I can tell you which one I would do. I mean, that's
Whoa.
let me rephrase that.
You just take a minute
All right,
and
I'm
step
gonna step
aside,
back.
step
This
away.
is why
let
the
you go.
question
The
was for
microphone.
Annie,
let you
not
go.
you, Ryan.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'd like to live in the manufactured reality that Joy Behar lives in every day so that I could just be and believe whatever I wanted to. But I can't think of I can't think of No, I don't want to do it. I don't
Annie,
have-
you're missing out. You're missing out on this one. You could step into either Joy Behar or Whoopi Goldberg and say something really either
Conservative?
crazy or conservative, whatever you want, for a whole day. That would be a blast.
Whose career would I like to ruin more? I'm Joy Behar. I think she's just abominable.
Mm-hmm. Like a snowman.
Full of lies.
Next question, Sydney from YouTube says, or she wants to know everybody's biggest pet peeves. I'm going to assume that Annie and I have the same one. Mine is mouth noises or chewing or anything like that drives me up a wall. It's something in my brain that just goes crazy.
You know that it is. First of all, you should eat like a grown person with manners to begin with. But then when you have this type of condition, referred to as misophonia, but when you have it, you know that you're having an irrational reaction to something that, while it might be gross, it's like your thoughts, they're not like good thoughts.
No, they're not.
Yeah, I have a lot of pet peeves, but that's the biggest. What about you, Ryan?
My pet peeve is people with misophonia and arachnophobia.
I was just gonna say, I almost said there and didn't get it in time, but like watch him take this in a non-serious way and not answer the question.
So
Done.
I am right there
Speaking
with you
of pet
guys.
peeves that I have, can I answer names of people?
Yeah. I'm right there with you guys with the mouth noises.
Mhm.
However, there's one thing that gets under my skin way more than that, and that's driving slow in the left lane. The far left lane is for passing. If you are not passing, get out of the left lane. You may be going fast, but there might be people behind you who are going faster. Check your rear view mirror.
What if
Get
there
out
aren't?
of the way. Get out of the left lane. It's against the law.
Yeah, but if that means going over into the center lane where there are people and you're gonna like,
if you're passing them, you're passing them. So
Mhm.
if you're moving faster than that lane, fine. But then if somebody's right behind you, scoot over, let them through, move back over.
I'm generally driving faster than the people who are on the road, so I don't really feel like I'm an offender here. But I also don't like people who like zigzag in and out of the center lane. Like if you're getting over and you know you're only going to be over there for 3 seconds, don't get over.
Yeah, just pop over, let the person through, and then pop back over. But
Well,
as
yeah,
you're driving,
in my scenario, there's nobody behind me waiting to get
I
past
get
me.
that. I get that. But look in your rearview mirror and be sure.
Do you have any real pet peeves to answer the actual question that was put out here, Ryan?
The number one thing that really does get under my skin is tapeworm.
Next question.
I seriously high on the list of pet peeves.
Brandon from YouTube says to settle an argument between his wife and himself.
Ooh,
for
we like
Kraft
doing that.
Mac and cheese. Do the shaped noodles taste better or different than the regular noodles, or do they all taste the same? I have an opinion on this.
What are the what shapes?
Like the spirals, or I know there used to be like SpongeBob Kraft Mac and cheese.
I think I like the shaped ones better.
Yeah, I think they do taste different than the regular noodles. Is it better?
What are you saying? Which one? Shaped or not shaped?
I think shaped tastes different than the regular, but I think I'm gonna have to say that shaped tastes better. Yep. Boys?
Shapes are better.
I think the shapes are better because the shape will capture more of the cheese sauce in each bite.
Yeah, Brandon, we're 4 for 4. Shapes are better. So now, Brandon, you need to tell us if we settled with you or your wife.
Yeah.
Or made it worse.
Yeah.
LD from YouTube says, what is your guys' favorite Pop-Tart flavor? Frosted or plain?
What about you, Brad?
S'mores frosted.
Brad? Ryan?
Gosh, a fruity flavor frosted for sure. No, not plain.
I was going to say, if anyone in here says plain,
No way.
I think my favorite one is just a strawberry frosted Pop-Tart.
Frosted cherry. Toasted or not toasted?
Not toasted.
Toasted for sure.
Not toasted.
Actually, I don't know if I've ever
Frozen.
had a toasted Pop-Tart.
Toasted is delicious, but I don't know who has that kind of time. If I'm eating a Pop-Tart, and I can't remember the last time I had a Pop-Tart, but it's like what I ate for lunch through high school and a Mountain Dew. Yum.
Pop-Tarts and a Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that's what was in the vending machines. When you taste a toasted Pop-Tart and you haven't done that before, you're like, whoa, this is fantastic.
Even warmed up is fine. Microwave.
I like the crispy on the edge.
I do too.
In the toast.
But I've burnt myself so many times on the filling. It's like, I think this is cool enough. Then you take a bite. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah. Well, you got to wait for it.
That is one thing, though, that you cannot buy the generic version of. I will buy the generic version of lots of things.
There was a generic
Pop-Tarts,
version
no
that
way.
Shop and Save used to sell when we were, I don't remember Malto Meal. Do you remember? Does that still exist? It probably
I think
still
so.
exists. I don't know. There was a super generic version of Pop-Tarts that Shop and Save used to sell. And I don't remember. I don't know if it was Malto Meal or if it was something else. And I loved them. I wouldn't even compare them to Pop. They were generic Pop-Tarts.
But they were different enough.
They were so different. Like it was a shape. The idea was that the shape was the same as a Pop-Tart, but the rest of it was kind of different. And I love them.
Somebody really has an opportunity here. And I'm sharing this with the world because I want to see it happen. To step into the Pop-Tart market and fill a Pop-Tart double, like a double stuffed Pop-Tart.
Do they not have those already?
Pop-Tarts today, the icing, I think the size of the Pop-Tart is smaller.
Mhm.
I think the icing on top is smaller and the filling part is smaller.
I agree.
I think it's definitely, what do you call that? Deflation. Shrinkflation. Where they charge you the same, but they make the product smaller.
Toaster strudel, similar enough to Pop-Tart to be in the same category or different?
Toaster strudels are delicious, but I never ate those thinking it was breakfasty, just more treat like. And Pop-Tarts, I don't know why that would be more breakfasty. It's like a cookie.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of toaster strudels. I can't.
You can't eat those cold. I mean, those are
No.
basically frozen. So
Pancakes or waffles?
waffles.
Ooh.
Who says that waffles like that?
What did I say?
Say it again.
Waffles.
Yeah, that,
Waffles?
What is it? Too St. Louis for you?
I don't know.
I
if it's
don't
St.
think
Louis.
that's St. Louis.
Who
at
said it
all.
wrong?
I'm gonna say
Waffles.
waffles as well.
Waffles.
Pancakes.
Shut up. X's and O's with our friends from C.A. Jones when we come back. Don't go away.
you turning 65 and going on Medicare, or is retirement approaching? If you already have a Medicare plan, has anything changed? Are you overwhelmed with all the literature, the choices, the phone calls? I know it can be pretty daunting. This is Ryan Raphael, owner of Senior Insurance Benefits. My clients call me the Medicare Man. That's because I specialize in Medicare insurance plans right here in the St. Louis and Illinois area. My job is to help you choose the right plan tailored to fit your needs. How do supplements differ from Advantage plans? Are your doctors and drugs covered? Do you need a plan that includes dental and vision coverage? It can be very confusing, but don't sweat it. You've got the Medicare Man. And best of all, there's no charge. We're compensated by the insurance companies. Don't do it alone. Call me at 314-368-6808 or visit MedicareManSTL.com. For the right plan, call the Medicare Man. 314-368-6808.
Hi, this is Jessica Munganast. I'm pleased to announce that our $200 gift card offer with the purchase of a certified pre-owned Honda has been extended through August 31st. So isn't it time you see the Munganast difference at Dave Munganast St. Louis Honda since 1965?
The following is a commercial announcement.
There's nothing like hearing the songs you love on local radio with no subscriptions and no monthly fees. But there's a new bill in Congress that could stop the music. If passed, this bill would tax your local radio station simply to play the music you love. Text LOCAL to 52886 and ask Congress to support local radio stations. Help us keep you connected to the music, local news, weather, and traffic that you need each day. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Updating your home with James Hardie Siding has never been more popular. With all the options available, you need a partner to ensure you maximize your investment. Siding Express is ready to refresh the appearance of your home or totally transform the look by installing Hardie Shake, Board and Batten, lap siding, or a stone accent to make it your dream home again. Siding Express is an elite preferred James Hardie contractor. They also carry Anderson and Marvin windows and doors. Need ideas? Go to sidingexpress.com and schedule a free no-obligation consultation today. sidingexpress.com.
I'm sure that you've felt the shift in the real estate market and have wondered how it will affect you. Is it time to buy or is it time to sell? What are your options? Hi, I'm Christina Straight with Straight Realty. Give us a call and we can discuss a strategy that works for your individual needs in this ever-changing market. Quality and experience at a more affordable rate. Why pay more than $4? 314-441-4444. 314-441-4444.
Free Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri.
How might this week's big stories impact your portfolio? Hi, I'm Bob Stockdale with Stifel. Join me and fellow Stifel financial advisor Eric Robert during On the Money every Saturday from 11 till noon right here on 97.1 FM Talk. Stifel, member NYSE and SIPC.
KFTK FM Florissant, driven by the Bommarito Automotive Group, 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Top secret and classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. I'm Rich Dennison, Fox News. Fox News has obtained an inventory of the material seized earlier this week from former President Trump's Florida home.
We're told that the FBI took 20 boxes of items from the premises, including one set of documents marked as various classified, top secretive, and sensitive information documents. The property receipt, which is also part of this, indicates that FBI agents collected 4 sets of top secret documents, 3 sets of secret documents, and 3 sets of confidential documents.
Fox's David Spunt, the former president, today on his media site saying those documents had all been declassified, adding the Justice Department could have simply asked for them. The House is debating a legislative package dubbed the Inflation Reduction Act before a vote that could lead to final passage. Democrats say it will lower prescription drug costs, reduce inflation, and fight climate change. Author Salman Rushdie was attacked before giving a speech in Western New York this morning. Fox's Brian Yennis is in Chautauqua, New York.
The New York State Police says at just about 11 a.m. today, Salman Rushdie was on stage when he suffered an apparent stab to his neck. The suspect is in custody. The 75-year-old is a renowned author of 14 novels, but it was his book, The Satanic Verses, that got him banned from Iran in 1988. A bounty was put on Salman Rushdie's head for over $3 million.
Officials say Rushdie was airlifted to a hospital where he's undergoing surgery. Minnesota Republican Brad Finstad's been sworn in as the newest member of the U.S. House. He gives the GOP one more seat, which means Democrats can't afford to lose more than 4 votes on close issues. Finstad won a special election to fill the seat of the late Republican Congressman Jim Hagedorn. America's listening to Fox News.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Are you tired of being tracked online? There's a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling Weather with Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
No question, the summertime weather pattern has broken. Mostly sunny skies on this Friday afternoon. Nice 82 comfortable humidity levels. Tonight, clear skies, evening temperatures upper 70s, 62 for the overnight low. On to the weekend. Saturday, partly sunny and 85. Saturday night, partly cloudy, 67. And Sunday, partly sunny, 88. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
97.1.
This is a clarion call to the Republicans, independents, and Democrats who are frightened by what they see and say, we've got to do something.
And there better be a very, very good explanation for all of this.
We're in uncharted waters, something that we haven't seen before, definitely in this country.
Whatever they were looking for, they better have found it, and it better be some kind of big bombshell thing. Because if it's a nothing burger, if it's even lukewarm, oh boy, there's going to be hell to pay.
97.1 FM Talk.
Attention. Per the current government mandate, U.S.-based insurers are now required to cover at-home COVID testing kits with no out-of-pocket fees to you. If you have a current insurance plan, you are eligible to receive up to 8 COVID-19 tests shipped to you each month absolutely free, as long as the government mandate is in effect. Just visit testkitforfree.com to register now from the comfort of your own home. That's testkitforfree.com to receive your tests shipped to you at no cost. Go to testkitforfree.com today. Paid for by T Euro Health.
When the forgotten poor are in need of healing, they wait for a ship unlike any other. Mercy Ships, a floating hospital staffed by volunteers, heroes of mercy who donate their time to save lives.
Every human has the right to have a place at the table of the human race.
If you could just see the smiles that you get when lives have been changed, then it would make it all worth it.
To learn more about Heroes of Mercy, go to mercyships.org.
Struggling to find common ground with a business? Everyone knows how difficult it can be to solve marketplace problems on your own. Wouldn't it be amazing if there was a way to resolve your dispute in days or weeks, not months or years? And wouldn't it be nice if this service was provided at no cost? Use Better Business Bureau Dispute Resolution. BBB works as a mediator to help you find a win-win. When you have a problem without a solution, choose BBB for dispute resolution.
Would you like a cleaning product that can be used in the garage, the laundry, and the kitchen, and save space in your cabinet? Hi, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green. To learn more, visit us at simplegreen.com.
Keeping you connected and aware. In the world, the country, and the community. And offering more ways than ever to listen conveniently. Tell your smart speaker to play 97.1 FM Talk or download the Odyssey app.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
They got someone here knows what they're talking about.
Left up, left right, gotta love this American ride.
And you need to take some time to get the full picture. Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart. This is the Annie Frey Show.
All right, Central Kentucky. Here it goes.
We're
Just
coming
kidding.
for you.
Yeah, that's our goal here is to be syndicated all the way to Central Kentucky. Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. 2:00 on a Friday. That is part of our favorite time of what we get to do. And Brian has created a new thing for us to do here on Fridays. You heard it before. It's X's and O's. And our guests today, Mike and Stephanie from C.A. Jones. You know them online at cajonesinc.com. Mike, thank you for being in here. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you.
Stephanie, we appreciate you coming in and humoring us as well to play this game.
Anytime.
I heard you guys talk a little smack before you came in here.
Yes. Yep.
Did you talk? Okay, so Mike said to Stephanie, you're going down.
He did.
I did, yes.
Do you talk smack back, Stephanie? Or do you...
He's my boss. So my thing is if I keep my job after this, we're good.
Yeah, you're just going to feel good about it when it's over one way or the other.
Exactly.
Before we get to X's and O's, C.A. Jones Inc. has been a longtime sponsor of this show. We love working with C.A. Jones. They build homes on the Illinois side of the river, beautiful homes. I've been in many of them. So if you're looking to build homes, I want you to consider going to cajonesinc.com. But the other reason and the biggest reason why we wanted to have you in here is to talk about what you're doing in the Illinois community with the Illinois Center for Autism. You donate a portion of the proceeds of every home you sell in Illinois to the Illinois Center for Autism. Mike, what is it about ICA that really has made this a passion project for you and for C.A. Jones?
Well, the stuff that the ICA, the staff, and the administration, that what they do for children on the spectrum and for adults, it's just nobody else is out there to really help. They take in the kids who are really the hardest ones for the school districts. A lot of the children there are referrals from the school districts who just don't have the capabilities to help with children that have this level of need. And then they continue to help them even afterwards as they become adults through their adult services program. They even have this cool, it's called Pasta Fair. It's a restaurant in Fairview Heights where they're actually giving, job training to the adults, teaching them how to run a restaurant, food, money exchanging. So it's just really a cool process from kids all the way to adults and everything that they do. Just the heart that the staff has for the students and the adult clients. It's just amazing.
Well, it's the Illinois, you can go to illinoiscenterforautism.org. The phone number on the website for them is 618-398-7500. If you'd like to learn more, there's also a big white donate button on the top. If this is a passion issue for you as well, I'd love for you to join C.A. Jones in supporting this cause. It's definitely something I like how you said they don't just support the student or the child, but the family, because resources and the life you lead when you're managing this type of situation in your own family, it's something that other people who don't deal with that, they don't understand. And Illinois Center for Autism is there for those people.
Yep, they are.
And C.A. Jones, we're glad that you're there for the Illinois Center for Autism. All right, now that we got the flowery stuff out of the way, let's throw down another episode of X's and O's. Ryan, take it.
It is time for X's and O's. Mike and Stephanie from C.A. Jones are our contestants for today. Mike and Stephanie, just so you know, one of you will walk away a winner. One of you will walk away a loser. For the rest of the day, one of you will be called by everybody listening in St. Louis a winner, and one of you will be called a loser for the rest of your life.
There you go.
Wow.
I didn't
No
tell
pressure,
them that when they were walking in here.
Yeah, I know. We wait until they get
I
here.
might have to throw down harder.
Yeah. Please do. Stephanie, you will be O's. Mike, you will be X's. We have a tic-tac-toe board up behind you right there, numbered 1 through 9. Each one of those has a corresponding question. So you are the contestants. Your celebrities are standing right in front of you. Annie, Frey, Hannah, and Brad. You will choose one of them to answer the question for you, and then you'll have to agree or disagree with that answer to get the square. If you get it right, you get the square for yourself. If you get it wrong, your opponent gets the square.
For the folks listening at home, if you want to follow along visually, you can watch us on the Annie Frey YouTube live stream where we have the board. We've invested all of our dollars into this tic-tac-toe board, and it's really something to see, and I think that you should tune in and see how really, really top quality it looks.
The more money we put into it, the straighter those lines are getting.
I was about to say, they're almost parallel.
They're almost parallel. You're right.
Thanks, Mike.
Not
I'm
quite.
fitting in just fine.
That's right. All right. I am going to go ahead and tell you that Stephanie is going to go first. Yes. So, Stephanie, which square would you like?
All right, I'm going to go with square number 7.
Number 7. And
Bottom left.
Which celebrity would you like to answer that question?
I'm going to go with Hannah.
All right.
Let's kick
Hannah.
it off.
That's great. All right, Hannah, this question is for you. On Tuesday, Elon Musk teased starting his own social media platform should his purchase of Twitter fall through completely. It would be known as X.com. In doing so, he would follow in the footsteps of the famous Mike Lindell, who started his own social media platform.
Shame on you.
Named what?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, it's something with a pillow.
All right.
My pillow?
My Pillow is the
Locking that
name
in?
of
I'm locking that in.
Mike
That's my answer.
Lindell's social media platform.
Oh.
Do you want to alter that before? Oh, but you did say locked in. So
I didn't. Okay. I got a little excited.
I'll-
My
I'll-
Pillow for a social media platform. Can you believe it?
okay, we're gonna go with that. My Pillow is the name of the social media platform started by Mike Lindell. Is she correct?
It's not her worst guess.
Stephanie.
You know, Hannah, I love you, but I'm going to go with you're incorrect on this
All
one.
right. Good choice.
Yeah, good choice because incorrect is correct. And so Circle gets the square, which
All right.
I love to say. Good job. All right.
Well, what is it?
Oh, yeah, the answer. Well,
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's either Frank Speech or Frank Social. It's gone by both.
My
Depending
Pillow
You
on-
are
would've
the
been
only
better.
person, Ryan, I have ever heard vocally talk about Mike Lindell's stupid social media platform, and he won't stop talking about it.
I really think that I should make a.
It should be called My
an account.
Speech.
Now, in Ryan's defense, when I was in the press pool, Mike Lindell came back and gave an interview with, I
Mhm.
forget the news network, but he definitely mentioned it there. So I've heard Ryan
Okay, I
and Mike
stand
Lindell.
corrected. There are only two people that. Yeah. Anyway.
Keywords there in Ryan's defense. All right, Mike, which square do you want to do?
I will go with 5.
Number 5.
Center square.
And who shall be your celebrity?
I think let's go with Brad.
All right.
Brad, incredibly, Mike and Brad, you have
The Daily Double.
stumbled into sound.
Wrong game.
Daily
Mike.
Double. Yeah. Hey, just for saying it, we'll give you a couple squares for this one. That's the Daily Double. You can pick whatever you want. All right. I am going to play a piece of audio. Now, this is a quote from the news this week. I have run it through AI, which makes it sound like it's a fake voice, but it is a real quote. You will have to tell me, Brad, who said this week.
The price of some things went up last month. The price of other things went down by the same amount. The result, zero inflation last month. People are still hurting.
All right.
All right.
Now, that quote is a little bit all over the board.
A little bit.
Hey, no hints.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a
I'm not
hint.
telling you
No
anything.
hints.
I will read the quote to you. The price of some things went up last month. The price of other things went down by the same amount. The result, zero inflation last month. People are still hurting.
That sounds like Big Voice Guy who does all of our voiceover work, but I
Mhm.
don't think it's him. I think it's just the big guy. Is that Joseph Biden?
Oh, man, that is well put. Mike, do you agree that is Joe Biden or do you disagree?
I agree.
Can we hear the quote one more time?
We can hear
Can
it
we please listen to
one
it
more time before we hear the real audio.
The price of some things went up last month. The price of other things went down by the same amount. The result, zero inflation last month. People are still hurting.
Now here,
Zero inflation last month.
It feels like it should have explosions.
Yeah,
sounds like
it
the start
does
of a
have
movie.
explosions. They're all over the country. Yeah.
It's just dumpsters exploding.
here is the real audio.
Well, the price of some things went up last month. The price of other things went down by the same amount. The result, zero inflation last month, but people were still hurting.
So there you go. You are correct, Mike. Lion dog fish. Oh, no, wait, there you go. He's a generous man.
Donating it all.
That's right.
So we got a center square with an X and a bottom left with an O. This is already more competitive than the Malones with their comfort service being in here.
That was a slam dunk.
Cleaned Mr. Malone's clock in that one.
All right, Stephanie, you are up. Which square would you like?
All right, we're going for number one. Let's
Number one. Number one. And who is your celebrity?
I'm going with Annie.
Annie
Come on, girl.
Frey from the Annie Frey Show.
It'd be weird if there was a different Annie here.
All right, your question, Annie. One of St. Louis's largest mansions, the 199-year-old Bissell Mansion, is for sale right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, are you going to buy it? Let me put some parameters on that question for you, though. You have $1 million. Can you buy the famous Bissell Mansion right now?
It's the most prominent.
Basically, yeah. It's the Bissell Mansion. It's been many things over the years.
Well, if it's a mansion,
over under on $1 million.
You're going to make me answer a question about home buying with C.A. Jones here? Thanks. I feel like an idiot.
For the record, can I sell it to you if we can?
Let's work this out. I'm going to say no, $1 million won't buy the mansion.
So it's over $1 million is what you're saying?
Yes.
Stephanie, do you agree or disagree?
Well, given the market, I'm going to go with I agree with her.
Wow. Okay. Well, I hate to tell you, both of you are wrong.
Oh, no.
What?
It is under $1 million. In fact, price tag on the Bissell Mansion, $250,000.
What? Okay, it needs like $3 million worth of repairs then. And I'm going with it.
I went ahead and took a look at the inside, and I thought I could use a little scrub on the hardwood there. But yeah, surprisingly, the Bissell Mansion for sale. One of us could actually probably buy this house. $250,000.
Wow,
so
we'll have to remodel it for him then, Mike. How about that?
There you go.
Any buy it, we'll remodel it.
And then flip it, and we'll re-ask that question.
Yeah,
then
you probably will be over $1 million.
I feel like we have just enough time to turn that into a haunted house.
Ooh, yeah.
And
we
earn
do.
some money.
That'd be perfect.
All right, so let's see, Mike. It looks like you've got something going here. You got square number one. You got square number 5. I'm not going to tell you where to go, but
that's a hard choice.
You always do this. You have to stop telling him what to do.
I clearly said I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Well, you gotta not overdo it because Trisha blew the whole thing the first time.
She did. That was great.
And it was a catastrophic failure on her part, but very good radio.
Yes, it was. All right, Mike, which square would you like?
We're going to go with 9.
Number 9. Oh, weird. Okay, that's
For the
one I
win.
thought you might
nail
take.
in the coffin.
Oh, come on.
All right, and who is your celebrity for this one?
Let's go with Hannah.
All right.
Hannah, you two have stumbled into sound. So you will be hearing another AI clip here. This is a quote from the news from this week. Hannah, you will have to tell us who said this. Here you go.
It's called the Fauci effect, which is sort of like, trust me, I don't get excited about that. I mean, it's nice.
Okay. It's a little weird, but it's AI. That's what happens, right? I'll read the quote to you. This is an answer this week to a question about an increase in medical school applications. Quote, it's called the Fauci effect, which is, trust me, I don't get excited about that. I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. AI got a little slow on that one.
Did you listen after you put it through the AI? Did you listen to it?
Several times.
Really?
Yeah.
And here we are.
That's the best one I could find.
This is-
Because it's an awkward quote.
Oh.
I'll play it one more time.
Fauci effect. Yeah, play
It's
it again.
called the Fauci effect, which is sort of like, trust me, I don't get excited about that. I mean, it's nice.
Now that you have all that extra information.
It's called the Fauci effect, which is, trust me, I don't get excited about that. I mean, it's nice. Who said that this week?
I'm going to guess, let's see here, not Abraham Lincoln this week. Let's guess Joe Biden?
Joe Biden is a very good guess.
That is a good guess.
Mike, that puts you in the position of having to agree or disagree.
Come on, Mike.
I'm going to agree with her.
Agree. Okay. You agreed? Here is the actual audio.
It's called the Fauci effect, which is sort of like, trust me, I don't get excited about that. I mean, it's nice.
So that is Dr. Anthony Fauci talking about himself and
One
the
way to get
effect
your name back in.
that he is having on medical school applications, calling it the Fauci effect.
So that's
That's
what happens when you run a Brooklyn accent through an
Oh.
English accent.
It does not compute.
All kinds of stuff is happening there.
So we now are going to Stephanie, who has the opportunity to close this out potentially, but we're going to take a break and see what happens after we come back. Don't forget to go vote in the YouTube live chat poll. Trump 24, yes or no? You can watch us play X's and O's right there on the YouTube, but you can vote and leave a comment. We'll cover the rest of that at 2:45. And don't forget, we got a tire giveaway still coming up, and I will tell you when that's going to happen when we come back. More X's and O's with Mike and Stephanie from C.A. Jones in just a minute. Don't go away.
So pull me closer. Why don't you pull me close? Why don't you come on over? I can't just let you go.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Why don't you just meet me in the middle?
Here's 97.1 insider Hans von Spakovsky.
The Obamacare case. There was nothing in the Constitution that gives the federal government the power to tell you and me, you have to buy health insurance.
97.1 FM Talk.
To have a roof over your head, a nice roof over your head, is very important.
That's Rick talking about his experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago, and they're very cooperative on getting us the right paint. They were in and out and done in no time. Once it was finished, looked great. We were very happy with it.
The main reason Rick called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by a 25-year transferable warranty.
We've watched a lot of people get their house painted 3 or 4 times, and we haven't had to do any of it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have to paint it every 5-7 years.
Take a tip from Rick and put down the paintbrush and call Rhino Shield for your free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago. Financially makes sense, especially if it's going to last like this did. Still looks great.
Call now. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com.
No pain, don't Rhino. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
I'm Listening reminds you that you are not alone and that talk saves lives. There's a new national hotline for mental health-related distress, 988. When you call or text 988 from any phone, you will be connected directly with trained counselors in over 200 crisis centers nationwide. They can get you the help you need anytime, anywhere. 988, the new National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Talk saves lives. And with 988, talking is only 3 digits away. Find out more at imlistening.org.
Honey, it's time to leave for the game. Are you still in the basement? We're going to be late.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to clean up the water from last night's rain. These cracks in the basement walls aren't getting any better.
I told you to call Midwest Basement Tech. They fixed our neighbor's basement and it's been dry ever since. And Midwest Basement Tech even guarantees it.
Don't miss another second of your favorite game because of basement or crawl space problems. Call Midwest Basement Tech at 1-800-848-9805 or visit us on the web at midwestbasementtech.com for money-saving coupons. You don't have to live with leaks, cracks, and mold in your basement. We work year-round and our estimates are free. Does your home's foundation have bowed or cracked walls? This could be a sign of foundation failure. Call now for a free expert analysis of your home's foundation problems. Serving both sides of the river. Call us at 800-848-9805 for your local service tech or on the web at midwestbasementtech.com.
Summertime is no time to run out of energy, guys, and Victory Men's Health can help. Mark Cox here. Book your appointment today at any of their 3 locations. They're now in Winghaven in O'Fallon, Missouri. They're in Town and Country in the original location in O'Fallon, Illinois. Victory Men's Health has 400 plus 5-star Google reviews. There isn't another men's clinic in town that comes close to that kind of rating. Book your appointment today online at victorymenshealth.com.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
.com.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. We're glad that you are here. Thanks for spending some of your Friday afternoon here with us on 97.1 FM Talk. Each time we get to this point on Friday, we are playing X's and O's, a fun Hollywood Squares-esque game with the news of the week involved. And we have our friends from C.A. Jones in the house, Mike and Stephanie. Do you guys know that your website says cajonesinc.com?
Yeah, how do you think we get so many followers?
Hey, if they want to buy a house.
That's why we pulled the CA up from the logo.
I was doing a live one time for you guys, and I go, that says cojones. And I can't get it out of my head. But everybody, if you want to build a home in Illinois, you go to cajonesinc.com and you get the very best that way. All right, just to set the stage, the tic-tac-toe board for X's and O's has Mike with the upper left and the center with his X's, and we have Stephanie with the bottom left and the bottom right. Oh, Stephanie's turn, correct?
It's my turn.
Ryan, take your game over.
Stephanie's turn, and I have no idea where she's going to guess because I don't plant those seeds in people's minds.
We should have a Trisha phone a friend in case they get nervous.
Yes, we should. Yes, we should. So, Stephanie, I think the board is wide open. You can pick anywhere, really, and
Lot 3
any of
looks
your
great.
celebrities, too.
Lot 3? Did you say lot 3?
Yeah, right.
We're not selling lot 3 today. I'm going to take lot 8 or
Lot
square 8 in this episode.
Okay. All right.
Bottom, middle for the win.
Bottom, middle for the win. And who is going to be your celebrity?
All right. I'm going with Brad.
Brad.
All
All right.
right.
No pressure.
None.
I really wondered how Hannah would answer this one. I'm just saying that before I get into it here. But this will be for Brad. This will be for Brad. Okay. Number 8. Domino's has closed the last of its 29 stores in Italy, marking the end of an ambitious plan to launch American pizza in the culinary dish's ancestral home. I wrote that. What is the music? I wrote that. Boom. What is the name of Domino's on-again, off-again mascot?
Oh, let's see.
I think I've called him a sleazoid.
That's great.
The sleaze.
Wow.
I really want to avoid this question.
Annie did not know about that. Was at the ready.
Is it
that was really good.
Is it the Noid?
I can't tell you.
It's the Noid. It's the Noid.
What do you think, Stephanie? Do you agree or disagree?
And the sad part is I can tell you exactly what he looks like, but I can't tell. I'm going to disagree and hope I'm right.
Okay.
I know what he looks like. That's crazy.
For the win. The answer is the Noid. That means that it was not a win. So
avoid the Noid.
Yes, you have. So that means that Mike gets the square and we keep playing. Wow.
I have life.
This is high drama.
It is.
Great radio. We have coached you well. This is all planned ahead of time. It's a full script.
Yeah, I'm completely rooting for them to get things right and wrong based on
I know.
how it is for the radio show.
Yeah, me too. All right, that means it's Mike's turn, and it. Well, I'm not going to say anything. He can do whatever he wants.
It's such a hard choice, but I guess lot 2. I mean,
Lot 2
for the win.
Lot 2 is great.
For the center vertical win.
Yes.
Who is going to be your celebrity?
I will go with Annie.
Yes.
Annie.
Do this thing.
All right.
Hannah let me down last time.
Sorry.
No, we love that.
We. He said we.
I got you, Anne.
Mine like an elephant, that one.
We're good.
All right. So here's the deal. You have gotten the special category, maybe for the win.
No.
The special category of the week is Mad About Coup. Here's your question. It's not just the FBI raiding the home of the former president. Trump also had to give testimony about his business practices on Wednesday to an attorney general named Letitia James, whose campaign for that office centered on bringing Trump down. In what state is Letitia James the attorney general, Hannah?
Could you guys
No,
just
it's just for
hand him
me.
this
I meant Ania. Ania.
Read the question again.
It's not just the FBI raiding the home of the former president. You know that. Trump also had to give testimony about his business practices on Wednesday to an attorney general named Letitia James, whose campaign for that office centered on bringing Trump down. In what state is Letitia James the attorney general?
Then what the hell am I doing here tonight?
New York.
New York is the guess. Is that the correct guess, though, Mike, for the win?
It is, yes.
It, in fact, is. Both of you are correct. That means, Mike, you have won the game this week.
The minute you went to politics, it was hands down.
Yeah.
I was done.
Yep. Now you can play to tie here, Stephanie.
All right.
So we allow for that here on X's and O's. So choose carefully here because you can still tie by getting a total number of O's that beat his total number of X's.
All right, I'm good.
So which one would you like?
Okay, we're gonna go with lot 3.
Lot 3. That's fine. Lot 3. You guys have really commandeered the vocabulary of the game in a way that has never been done before.
Really,
follow our website, you'll
democratic
know why.
of you. Just change the words to whatever you want to change them to.
Right. All right. Number 3. And who is going to be your celebrity?
All right.
Is the board wide open?
So there's 3 left. Do we each have one?
I've been keeping track. We each have one left.
Okay. So yeah, whoever you take next is off the table, and so on and so forth.
All right, Hannah.
Hannah.
All right. Let's do this.
All right, Hannah. On the heels of Mad About Coup, same subject.
Redemption time.
Yesterday, AG Merrick Garland said he did indeed sign off on the warrant to search Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago. Merrick Garland had been Barack Obama's choice for the open Supreme Court seat after Scalia died in February of 2016, who eventually got that Supreme Court seat. Hannah?
Can you? I really wasn't listening.
Okay.
Well.
All right.
Can you?
Yeah, I'll break this down for you.
Who got the Supreme Court?
In
seat?
February of 2016, Anthony Scalia dies. They were going to nominate Merrick Garland for that seat, but Mitch McConnell blocked it, who eventually got that seat after Trump won the election.
Gilbert Godfrey?
That is a very good guess. Gilbert Gottfried, who also recently died, leaving a possible vacated seat at the Supreme Court, if she's right. It's amazing we didn't hear about it.
We did.
But I don't know.
Man.
Are you envisioning what it would have been like?
There, Brad?
Okay.
Just like
I'm just laughing.
All right. Stephanie?
Really intense.
Agree or disagree?
Agree or disagree?
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one.
All right.
I mean,
Disagree is in fact correct. Anybody else want to answer that one? Mike, you want to answer that one?
Neil Gorsuch?
You got it.
That's the
You
vibe.
got it. That's correct. All right. So that means that you got
I get
let's see,
that one.
square
Wait,
number 3.
That happened in 2015 or 2016. It happened in 2016. Just for the record, Hannah, in 2016, how old were you?
I was a freshman in high school. I was 14 years old.
Just so if anybody's like, Hannah, what? You should know this. She was a freshman. She is 20 years old right now.
Uh-huh.
So not to pick on Hannah, I stand by her.
So you weren't deeply involved in politics at 14.
No, people who can vote weren't deeply involved in politics.
And the bad thing is I just keep hearing Trump say Gorsuch.
Yeah. Or China.
Yeah.
China.
No connection.
All right. Yeah. No connection at all. Okay. Let's see. We got 3 squares left. No, we got 2 squares left. And Mike's turn here. So this is kind of an important square here. You got to get this question right to block off the tie. Which one do you want to go with? 4 or 6?
We'll go with 4.
4. Okay. Question number 4. And we have 2 celebrities left.
All right. Annie.
Yes.
Annie.
Let's do this.
Okay.
do it.
Annie, here you go. Serena Williams has announced she will retire at the ripe old age of 40. And also that she wouldn't be retiring if she were a guy. Her sister, Venus Williams, 42, has still not retired, though. What numbered planet is Venus from the sun?
What?
Long way around there.
Digging into my depth of knowledge on tennis. I'm going to go with planet number 2.
Ooh, planet number 2. That's a very good guess. Mike, what do you think? Is Venus
Come on,
the
Mike.
second planet from the sun?
I'm going to say no.
That is, in fact, incorrect. It is the second planet.
My very educated mother just served up 9.
9.
Yeah.
That saying's out the window.
All right. That means that you left it open here. So you got
Oh, boy.
1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. So it all
For
comes
the
down to this
win.
for the tie.
Come on.
For the tie.
Oh, for the tie.
Yeah, 'cause
Hi.
we already have a tic-tac-toe, but
Yeah.
So
All
you're
right.
saying he wins the tic-tac-toe, she could win the coverall.
yes.
This is a very
All
friendly
right.
game.
Yes, it is.
Just the way we like it.
Yeah. Friendly game because I did all of this work and I want to use it.
I want
All
to
right.
ride home in my job after this.
Yes. Yes. Well, then
No, I'm
consider carefully what
I
you
like
do
this
here.
image you're painting of Mike, like he's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
shoot you
I
into the
know.
river on the way home.
I even told the
Man.
girls, I'm like, seriously, I'm like, is it one for the girls team or do I let the boss win?
If you lose, then you go with the I let the boss win. That's what I would do.
That's,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
it's win-win.
All right. So I'm assuming you're going with number 6 there, and I assume you're going with Brad. Am I,
I am.
correct?
Let's do
Birthday
this.
boy.
All right.
Assuming.
Oh, happy birthday.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
it just so
Happy
happens on this last square here that you have stumbled to sound.
You're so weird.
I'm going to play an AI clip. I'm going to play a news clip from this week. Run through AI. It is a real clip from a real person this week who made the news. Brad, you will have to tell me who said this.
A doctor, and now he's a congressman. I said which is the best if you had your choice, and he sort of indicated doctor because he loved looking at my body. It was so strong.
Yeah, you guys.
Wow.
Did you even hear the clip? I'll play it one more time.
Oh, no.
A doctor, and now he's a congressman. I said which is the best if you had your choice, and he sort of indicated doctor because he loved looking at my body. It was so strong.
Wow. A doctor, and now he's a congressman. I said, which is the best if you had your choice? And he sort of indicated doctor because he loved looking at my body. It was so strong. Who said that,
Oh,
Brad?
man.
This is for the tie, so kind of a big one.
We need more drama here, Hannah.
This is what she's got.
Is it?
This is Hannah playing the drums, by the way.
It
You can
is
see it.
Be afraid.
Donald Trump. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Okay. Yeah, it sounded like you were going to say Donald Trump Jr. or something.
Sounded like a cliffhanger.
Yeah, good cliffhanger. Thank you for the drama. All right. Agree or disagree for the tie.
Okay, for the record, I'm clueless on this one,
Okay.
and the clip was just way too off.
Yeah.
I'm just not even. I'm gonna say disagree.
Disagree. All right. Here is who said that clip. Was it Trump or not?
A doctor, and now he's a congressman. I said, which is the best if you had your choice? And he sort of indicated doctor because he loved looking at my body. It was so strong. Big butt.
Yeah. All right. Well, unfortunately, you disagreed with the
man.
Brad, and the Brad was right. It was the
Sorry,
Don.
Brad.
So
The Brad.
that
Let's
means,
finish off the board.
yeah,
Come on.
finish it off there, Mike, with the clean sweep.
Stephanie let her boss win
That's
just
what
like
it
she planned to do, but she
Yep.
made it close.
You had to know that was Trump.
Mike,
Who else
Mike,
would
aren't you
say that?
X's?
Yeah, he put a no there, but it was X's. We do. That's all right.
Thank you
That's
to
chivalry.
C.A. Jones for coming in here and playing with us. It's cajonesinc.com, folks. CAJonesInc.com. If you are looking to build a home, if you are looking to buy a home, they have homes that are ready to sell right now. And if you're looking to support the Annie Frey Show, support our sponsor, C.A. Jones, they're among the best of them. Mike, Stephanie, thank you so much. It was great to have you in here.
Thank you guys.
I hope
Always
you
is.
enjoyed it.
Oh my gosh.
We did.
Good
That's
job,
great.
you guys.
All right.
Thank
We'll be
you.
back with the poll results with Hannah. And also, it is your time to win Tyrus tickets, a 4-pack of tickets to the National Wrestling Alliance Fan Fest at the Chase Park Plaza. Caller number, how old are you, Brad?
We're not doing that. That's too many phone calls.
Not caller 39. No.
52.
Call-
Caller number 52 wins.
We'll do. How about the addition of those two? 9 plus 3 is, folks.
12.
Yes.
Caller number 12.
I agree with Brad. I win.
314-241-9797. 314-241-9797. Brad's picking up the phones right now. The winner gets that 4-pack of tickets. Back with the poll results in a minute. Don't go away.
I take it in, but don't look down. I'm on top of the world.
The Mark Cox Morning Show.
They discovered the bear had consumed a large amount of hallucinogenic honey, but he's now in good health, and the vets are asking people to name him. Tipsy, Boozer, but my favorite, Aaron Rodgers.
Weekday mornings 5 to 9.
Man, what a great party you're throwing here. This wasp nest is great.
Yeah, man, we got about 70 wasps in here. It's one in, one out.
Too bad we can't fit any more wasps in here. It looks like they're having fun outside, stinging all the kids. Oh, man, who just pulled up?
Oh, no, it's the pest control company again with those green wheels. They seem to kill every one of my parties.
This is Derek, the owner of All Solutions Pest Control. We'd love to help you out, so please visit us online at allsolutionspestcontrol.com.
If a pest-free home is your goal, call All Solutions Pest Control.
I'm Brian Westbrook with Coalition Life. Over the past decade, Coalition Life has served thousands of women in crisis pregnancies, helping to save the lives of the children they carry. Help us build a better community while also reducing or completely eliminating your Missouri taxes with a 70% tax credit. A $1,000 donation today to help these women could cost you as little as $141 out of pocket. Learn more at coalitionlife.com, coalitionlife.com. Thank you.
Hey, let's get the carpets cleaned in the month of August with my friends at Zero Res and take 20% off. This is Mark Reardon. I've depended on Zero Res for years now. They do a great job. The techs are awesome. They're experienced. They'll take great care of your home. And if you're like me, you have dogs, you have cats, or just kids, I have all of those. The carpets are probably dirty. And if you haven't cleaned them in a while, first of all, it's kind of disgusting. You got to do something about it. There's one cleaning company that I trust, and that's Zero Res. And they can do your carpet, tile, upholstery, area rugs, air duct cleaning. That's a big thing because your carpet is kind of like a big air filter for all the nasty gunk that is shooting out of the air ducts. The technicians, I mentioned them. They walk you through the process. They're going to educate you. You're going to be completely satisfied. So if you haven't tried out Zero Res or it's been months since your last deep clean, take advantage. 20% off the month of August, your entire cleaning service. Call 314-474-2020. 314-474-2020. Online at ZeroResSTL.com. You spell it backward or forward, it spells the same. Zero Res.
Have you always dreamed of a lush green lawn? Get that beautiful curb appeal without the hassle by calling Professional Irrigation Systems. They'll install your new automatic lawn sprinkler system and give you a variety of options and warranties. Don't spend half your day lugging a hose around watering your lawn. Let Professional Irrigation Systems do the work for you. They offer spring activations, backflow testing, mid-season tune-ups, and winterization. Call the pros that have been in business for 20 years. Professional Irrigation Systems. Online at proirrigation.com.
Jewels on Hampton and St. Louis Hills is paying some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, semi-precious colored stones, coins, flatware, and fine watches on site. Jewels on Hampton is a premier jeweler featuring Alvanza's jewel art designs with an exquisite selection of diamonds, semi-precious stone jewelry, and vintage watches. Their expert design team can restyle your jewelry to today's contemporary style. They also do jewelry and watch repair. Need extra cash? Jewels on Hampton is paying some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, semi-precious colored stones, coins, flatware, and fine watches. Bring in your collectibles and clocks and sports memorabilia and figurines too. Jewels on Hampton, 4506 Hampton, just 3 blocks south of Chippewa, and jewelsonhampton.com. Call them at 314-752-5000, 314-752-5000, and jewelsonhampton.com. Jewels on Hampton.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling Studio. Air Comfort Service is proud to support Greater St. Louis Honor Flight. Sign your veteran up for their honor flight today at gslhonorflight.org, and for heating services, visit aircomfortservice.com.
Back in the car and back on the road. We're with you. Dependable traffic with Sue Thomas. Driven by Ambassador Midwest Floor Company. The best way to deal with in-home traffic. Experience more at Ambassador Midwest Floor. You're listening to the Annie Frey Show.
No kidding. When I got my license and got into my car, which was a red 1991 Ford Probe, 2-door, lights that flip up like their eyelids.
Pop up and down headlights.
And the seatbelt that went bzzz and went right across your body. 1991 Ford Probe. Turned the car on, and this song started like it was playing for me.
No way.
I never liked the song when I was younger. I don't know why I didn't like it. And then every time I've thought of that moment when you get in your car and you put your hands on the steering wheel by yourself for the first time.
Oh.
It's the best feeling ever.
That's what freedom feels like.
Yes. As if you spent your whole life being a supervised kid and someone's like, here's a car. It's a moment for celebration. And Cooling Gang thought so too.
Mm-hmm. They wrote that with you in mind.
Yep. Way ahead of time.
Yeah, way ahead of time. They were prophetic.
Were you super excited to get your license and get in the car and go?
No, because I turned 16 last among all of my friends. And
so did
all of my grade. Everybody had their license already. So I had been doing stuff with my friends out for a long
September's
time.
an early birthday for.
Well, it
your
is
grade.
now. Back then, it was
Yeah.
the latest possible birthday.
I was also friends. The majority of my friends, my close friends I spent social time with, were a year ahead of me, like a year older than me. So they were Brad's age, because you were an 01 graduate, right?
01, yeah.
Okay. And I'm an 02 graduate. Don't laugh. Hannah's like,
That's when I was born.
Yeah, I wasn't even born yet.
Yeah. 2002 is when I graduated. And most of the people who I hung out with were young. So we were rolling around in Ford Aerostars a long time before I could get my license.
How many deep in an Aerostar?
You can fit so many. Yeah. We didn't care about seatbelts then either. Not like we do now, that's for sure. So we're going to get to the YouTube live chat poll results. You can squeeze your vote in here real quick before we end it. When the show ends, go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel. The poll is Trump 2024, yes or no? Go get your vote in. Brad, the winner of the tires tickets?
James from Belle Vegas, Illinois.
Awesome. I love Belleville action in there. We're all like ready to be done with the radio.
Yay.
Mark Reardon's going to come in here and be all serious and sorry. We're
It's Friday.
We're ending this on a high note. But as we do each week, we also want to give you a little bit of good news.
The Diamond in the Rough, brought to you by The Diamond Shop, thediamondshop.net.
Soaking in all the good moments we can get here. That was a moment of great sportsmanship. It has gone viral from a Little League playoff game. It happened yesterday. A fastball getting away from the pitcher and hitting the hitter in the head, sending him to the ground. The batter was able to walk it off to first eventually, and then headed over to the mound to console the shaken up pitcher.
Yeah, so I got hit, I went to first. And then I saw Caden getting emotional on the mound a little bit. So I wanted to go up there and try to be like, get him comfort, like make sure he wasn't like feeling bad. I mean, but that he wasn't like, I want him to know that I was okay. And I will be okay.
I thought I sent him to the hospital and I thought he passed out. But when he got up, I felt a lot better after that because I'm just glad he's okay.
I was just like comforting him. I was just like, you're good. Stuff strikes, you're fine. I was just basically just tell him that it'll be okay. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I can't believe that one act of kindness will go this far.
So you had a couple of ball players. This is the Little League World Series, right?
Little League World Series.
Yeah.
And that was, I believe, Isaiah Jarvis and Caden Shelton. And Isaiah's from Oklahoma, and Shelton's from Pearland, Texas, which I have a friend from Pearland, Texas.
yeah?
So I heard that name, I was like, wow. And he just threw a fastball, got away from him, went up and in, hit him kind of right where the visor of the helmet meets the earpiece of the helmet.
In the helmet, but in the head.
Yeah. And it went off of that and kind of, when it hits there, it deflects down and hit him in the head. He said he had a bruise and he went down. And so he ran to first base after he got up and, he's standing at first base and everybody's getting ready for the game to start. And Shelton's, Caden's standing there and his head's down in his glove and he's starting to cry. I mean, this is scary if you're a pitcher. You don't ever want to hurt anybody.
Scary if you're a mama.
Oh, I can't imagine. And Isaiah ran over to him, gave him like, the base
from first base,
gave him the baseball hug
Mhm.
where he's whispering in his ear. Like it was an embrace, but it was like a baseball embrace. It was a very manly embrace. These,
They were like 12, 13, 14. I
Mhm.
don't know.
But you just love to see young kids,
Yeah, he made a decision. It was a good sportsmanship decision. I've seen people being critical of this, saying like it was a game and it's part of the game and blah blah. Shut up.
but that's not Little
It's
League.
not. It's so much part of a game that it's not even part of life anymore. So if you're taking that take on it right now, I just don't have time for you. It was a good moment. It was a warm moment. It was a human moment. We need more of them, and I was glad to see the story blow up.
That's what Little League is. When you watch the Little League World Series, it's full of stuff like that,
Yeah.
and that's what it's supposed to be.
So a little bit of good news for you on a Friday. Before we get to the YouTube live chat poll, we have Potbelly sandwiches. You tell me the story, Hannah, because you kind of helped connect them with us, and we have some sandwiches outside that we're all really eager to get to.
Starving.
Cannot wait to get to them. So Todd and Angie Stimson are great family friends of mine, great people, and they work with Potbelly Sandwich Shop. There's locations all over St. Louis, maybe even in Illinois as well, and they brought us food to the station today. I would love for you guys to go out and support Potbelly. They have great food, but Todd and Angie are the best people. Go to Potbelly.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well,
I can't wait.
we're excited to
eat
enjoy
that.
some of those sandwiches that they brought for us, and Potbelly Sandwich Shop waiting for you to go visit them. And if you see Angie and Todd, tell them hi and thanks for being part of the Andy Frey Show family. Good.
All right, now to
Mhm.
the YouTube poll. Simple and plain today. Kind of. The question is Trump 2024, yes or no? With over 200 votes, 75% of the people said yes.
Wow.
25 said no.
I wish I would have asked that same question last Friday.
It would have been
I
different.
know it would have been crazy.
It would have been
Really
different.
would have been.
This week has changed a lot of sentiment.
My willingness to actually vote yes in that poll has changed this week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jennifer from YouTube says, I voted no. We need some new blood, but if he's the one that gets the nod, I will vote for him. Craig from YouTube says, I voted yes, but at the same time, I'm worried we'd be shooting ourselves in the foot.
Those are two very common sentiments right there, back to back.
But what you have here is still support for Donald Trump.
Yes.
Not an unwillingness to support
No,
him.
they're just they want to back a winner, and they're concerned that he's not
The
as
winner.
easily going to win as a DeSantis would.
Yeah.
Charles from YouTube says, I was ready for DeSantis, but now I'm doubling down, ready for Trump 2.0.
That's this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you think that's just this week, or does that stay?
No, I think that's this week.
So it's
I think
beyond
the
this.
pro DeSantis people, which of which I am one, and have clarified my thoughts and opinions on that a million times on this show. I'm for Trump in a second term. I think Ron DeSantis has a cakewalk into the Oval Office in 2024, and I think that the country is going to have to brace themselves for Trump in 2024. But if Donald Trump becomes the president, it is a million bazillion times better than what we're dealing with right now.
1,000%.
And if he's the candidate, Trump 2024 for sure.
Amy from YouTube says, yes, while I hate the idea of 4 more years of TDS, it will occur regardless.
Good point.
So he needs to get in there and clean house. I very much agree with that.
Yeah, it's not
statement.
like they got rid of him and they were like, okay, good.
All right.
Pontius
Right.
Pilate,
Yeah.
the hands, moving on. Glad we took care of that one.
John Winkler from YouTube says, relative to the poll, I was on the fence about Trump before the raid. After the raid, yes, he should run.
He says, hell yes.
I didn't know if I could say that or not.
Well, I will. You can say that when
It
you
has an
turn
apostrophe
21.
in it. Heel.
Heel, yes.
Heel, yes.
That's how you say it from the South. That's how they say it in Western Kentucky.
Which we're trying to learn.
Yes. Yeah.
We're learning.
We're trying to. We're
Yeah.
getting there.
Kathy from YouTube says, I love Trump, actually enjoy his snarky remarks, of which most have been true. I just don't know that he would work for the U.S. now. Too polarizing. DeSantis seems to be the better option.
You know, the too polarizing thing, I go back to Amy's point. It's polarized. We're here. You were here on the timeline. It's polarized. Trump is going to be part of the conversation until Trump is no longer.
It's interesting of those comments that most of the people who commented were talking about DeSantis to clarify probably their vote.
Yeah.
Whereas still 75% of people just clicked yes.
Did anybody that any of you saw in the comments say they would not support Trump?
I did not see any comments.
We certainly have
like that.
people who comment on the live chat every day that would not support Trump. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
And you're welcome if you listen to this station or this show and you're not a Trump person or a conservative even. We love having you come in and have respectful debate and challenge our thoughts and issues and perspectives. That's more than welcome here from noon to 3 on the Annie Frey Show and on 97.1 FM Talk. Good show today, guys.
Good job.
Happy birthday, Brad.
Thank you.
Hope you have a wonderful evening. Tonight, people who are listening to the show, remember Jamie Lissau.
That's where I'm going.
Tonight?
Tonight.
I'm going tomorrow.
9:30 tickets.
Sounds fantastic. Let us know how it goes. Thank you for listening to us. Check out the podcast and don't go anywhere. Mark Reardon's next.
This is Mark Cox for my trusted friend